Leading with achiever. People strongly achieve everything have a great deal of stamina and work hard. They take great satisfaction from being busy and productive. Build trust. Others respect your work ethic and dedication. Hard work and productivity are visible signs that you're someone who can be trusted to do things right. Live up to that trust. Deliver when you say you will. Establish relationships with others by working alongside them. Working hard together can be a bonding experience when others see that you're willing to put your shoulder to the wheel and work beside them. You'll make a connection. Showing people that you see yourself as an equal and not superior can inspire feelings of trust and respect. Show compassion. Because setting and achieving goals is of paramount importance to you, apply this way of living to more areas. Not spending enough time with the significant people in your life. Choose someone you care about. Take on a project that both of you would like to accomplish, and set a timeline. You'll feel good about what you get done and about the time you spend together. Every day, put at least one personal relationship goal on your list of things to do. You'll make people feel worthy of your time and investment. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of checking the done box daily. Others can count on your belief in the importance of hard work and diligent effort, and they come to expect this from you. They see your consistency and effort as an example of what it takes to create a steady, secure life, and this gives them a sense of stability. Talk to people about how it feels to always give everything you have. Strive to help them see that the one thing they can control in life is their own effort. Your stamina causes others to see you as a rock. You're always working, you never seem to tire. People even feel sorry for you because you put in such long hours. Gently explain to these people that others may not work this way, but it's what feels good to you. Ask them about what makes them feel good about their approach to work. Strive to understand and support others by giving them confidence in their own approach to the work. Create hope. Your tremendous energy and desire to accomplish as much as possible serves as an inspiration to others. You can encourage people by knowing what they want to accomplish and asking them about their progress. By helping others put together timelines and checklists, you can help them achieve their plans and dreams. Setting goals and deadlines so motivating for you can also help others manage massive projects they undertake. You can make a large, complicated endeavor seem manageable by breaking it down and creating milestones along the way. When someone seeks you out for guidance about a colossal task, share your systems for managing the whole in a piece-by-piece manner, leading others to a strong achiever. When you have projects that require extra work, call on this person. Remember that the saying, if you want to get a job done, ask a busy person is generally true. Recognize that this person likes to be busy. Sitting in meetings is likely to be very boring for him, so either let him get his work done or arrange for it to have him attend only those meetings where you really need him and can be fully engaged. Help this person measure what he gets done. He may enjoy keeping track of hours, but more importantly, he should have a way to measure cumulative production. Simple measures such as numbers served, customers known by name, files reviewed, prospects contacted, and patients seen will help give him definition. Establish a relationship with this person by working alongside him. Working hard together is often a bonding experience for people with strong achiever talents, and keep low producers away from him. He's annoyed by slackers. When this person finishes a job, a rest, or an easy assignment is rarely the reward he wants. He'll be much more motivated if you give him recognition for past achievement and a new goal that stretches him. This person may well need less sleep and get up earlier than most. Look to him, these conditions are required on the job. Also ask him questions such as, how late did you have to work to get this done? Or when did you come in this morning? You'll appreciate this kind of attention. You may be tempted to promote this person simply because he is a self-starter. This may be a mistake if it leads him away from what he does best. A better course would be to pinpoint his other themes and strengths and look for opportunities for him to do more of what he already does well. Leading with activator. I'll do another one. Into action. They are often impatient. Build trust. Action is what you are all about. Show people that you're someone whose ideals and principles are not just talk. Do something that promotes the values that are leading with activator. People strong in the activator theme make things happen by turning thoughts into action. They are often impatient. Build trust. Action is what you are all about. Show people that you are someone whose ideals and principles are not just talk. Do something that promotes the values that are important to you. Make a difference. Demonstrate your integrity. Make your actions a reflection of your words. Action for action's sake is not enough. Honoring the desires of others is a way of demonstrating respect. Is this the direction they want to take? Are they willing to carry out what you start? Making certain that you're truly on their side, not merely promoting your own agenda, will build the trust and respect that allow you to lead. Show compassion. Activator talents can be a catalyst for creating one-on-one relationships and then taking them to the next level. Is there someone you can help? Reach out and offer. Make the first move, and you can boost the number of people in your network or deepen a connection that leads to an important friendship. Your rapid actions on behalf of another person send a powerful message. By showing that you care, you can create bonds much more rapidly than idle words. Provide stability. Stability may not be the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about activation. However, consistency is part of stability, and you are consistently there to help others overcome hurdles and blast through resistance. Say it out loud. Let others know that you enjoy moving an objective forward and breaking bottlenecks. Knowing that you are there as a resource is a comfort to people who lack your talent for action. Perhaps courage is part of the stability you can offer. When others are reluctant to act and know they can count on you to help push them toward their idea forward, they feel a sense of confidence that they do not have to go it alone. They can count on you to get them there faster. Create hope. You can help others by reducing their fear of failure. You'll never know until you try is an activator attitude. Your ability to boost people's belief in a positive outcome reduces the trepidation of a negative one and can be very productive. What's the worst case scenario, you might ask? Helping others see that even the downside isn't so terrifying can be one way to lead them and help them toward their dreams sooner than they would have gotten there without you. Sometimes others simply need your energy to move them forward from fear to action. Getting started can be daunting, especially when uncertainty looms. Your one foot in front of the other approach can help lessen the intimidation factor. Boost others' confidence that they can launch initiatives and new projects. Cheer them on by sharing your enthusiasm and helping them gain momentum. Leading others with strong activator. Give this person the responsibility for initiating and organizing a project that fits within her area of expertise. Tell this person that you know she is someone who can make things happen and that you'll be asking her for help. At key times, your expectations will energize her. Assign this person to a team that is bogged down and talks more than performance. She will stir them into action. When this person complains, listen carefully. You may learn something. Then get her on your side by talking about new initiatives that she can lead or new improvements that she can make. Do this immediately because unchecked, she can quickly stir up negativity when she gets off track. Examine this person's other dominant themes. If she is strong in command, she may have the potential to sell and persuade very effectively. If she is also strong in relator or woo, she may also become an excellent recruiter for you, drawing in recruits and then pressing them to commit. To prevent this person from running into too many obstacles, partner her with people who are strong, strategic, or analytical. They can help her look around the corner. However, you may have to intercede for her in these partnerships so that her instinct to act is not stymied by their desire to discuss and analyze. Leading with adaptability. Adaptability. People strong in the adaptability theme prefer to go with the flow. They tend to be now people who take things as they come and discover the future one day at a time. Build trust. Sometimes all you can do is help people learn to trust themselves and find their own ability to cope. When others feel like their power over a situation is lost, you can help them see that they still create the outcome by how they react. But trusting their ability and helping them believe in what they can do, you can give them confidence in themselves. You don't grab the reins and try to take control. Rather, you are a co-traveler on the road of life. Your very lack of personal agenda helps others come to trust you, that you are truly there to participate with rather than manipulate them. Ask questions about where people want to go and help them get there. They will know that you're truly on their side. Show compassion. Others have such an appreciation for the way you are in the moment when you are together. Make it a priority to focus on them, their feelings, their needs. Things may change in the future, but where they are right now is real. You can honor that and make them feel special by focusing your attention on what is important to them when you spend time together. Your ability to go with the flow creates a certain freedom from anxiety and allows frustrations to become more fleeting. This is good medicine for a number of other talent profiles. When others get stressed out, you're able to put things in perspective. Help others find the comfort that comes from releasing a need to control every aspect of life. Free them to be happier, whatever the circumstances might be. Responding to the task at hand is one of your great gifts. Your awareness of the immediate situation and attentiveness to others can't help but make them feel cared for. Sometimes you lead by responding to people's emotional states and helping them sort through what they require. This makes you an important partner when others are in need. Provide stability. Stability and flexibility. Do they mix? Sure. Consider the jointed palm tree with a segmented trunk that makes it strong enough to withstand gale force winds. In much the same way you help others feel safe and secure by your lack of rigidity. When their plans have been carefully laid out, they may be thrown off course by a bump in the road or a detour. You can help them see that these side roads are sometimes a necessary, even preferred path to ultimate success. Help them hang in there when obstacles threaten plans. Show them that they can navigate the next part of the journey. Patience is a virtue, but you may need to remind others from that from time to time. Those who need fast action and results may give up too easily and not persevere for the long haul. You can provide comfort and refuge by encouraging them to relax and let nature take its course. The resulting outcome may be better than anything they could have artificially orchestrated. Create hope. Give others the permission they may need to stop controlling and start living. Inspire them by sharing your perspective, experience, and wisdom. Acceptance is like something you have to offer. Is very likely something you have to offer. Once an event, good or bad, is in the past, how can you help others cope and move beyond it? Think of the times you've come to terms with something you cannot control. How did you feel? What did you do? Can you help others do the same? Leading others with strong adaptability. This person lives to react and respond. Position him so that his success depends on his ability to adjust to the unforeseen, and then run with it. Let this person know about the plans you're making, but unless he is also strong and focused, don't expect him to do the planning with you. He is likely to find much preparation work boring. Examine this person's other dominant themes. If he also has strong talents and empathy, you might try to position him in a role in which he can be sensitive to and accommodate the varied needs of customers or guests. If one of his other strong themes is developer, cast him in a mentor role. Be ready to excuse this person for meetings about the future, such as goal-setting meetings or career counseling sessions. He is a here-and-now person and will find these meetings rather irrelevant. Leading with analytical. People strong in the analytical theme search for reasons and causes. Next video. People strong in the analytical theme search for reasons and causes. They have the ability to think about all the factors that might affect the situation. Build trust. Think about what you endorse. Because others trust your analytical mind, they may follow your recommendations without investigation of their own. This may be just fine, but at times, others may need your help to realize that what's right for you may not be what's right for them. Help them sort out the factors that make an action or product likely to be successful for their individual needs and desires, rather than allowing them to base their analysis on yours. Help them know that you want what's best for them, and they will trust you even more. You automatically uncover what's real, true, and honest. Others will count on you to be the truth finder in any information that may conflict or confuse. Think of this as a way you can support others, and don't wait for them to ask for help. Extend yourself. They'll respect and trust your proactive analysis. Show compassion. Others who love to scrutinize will be drawn to your analytical truth-seeking approach. Stimulate debates. The tug of war of ideas that challenge one another. Make it fun to explore new ideas and sort out what is fact and what is conjecture. When you find a kindred spirit, take the gamesman's approach to discussion and debate and forge a relationship that you will both enjoy. Responding to people in a crisis is an obvious way to extend compassion and caring. When others are overwhelmed by data and decisions, you can step in to help sort what's real and what can improve their odds in a difficult situation. Provide stability. Data are a source of security for many people. If the research backs it, then then they are willing to accept the plan and its consequences. Because you are carefully examining all possibilities and non-possibilities, you provide the sense of security that many people seek. Do your homework carefully and know that others are looking to follow your lead. Your endorsement can be a source of confidence that allows others to trust their own judgment. Thus empowered, they can move forward and make things happen. When you believe others are making good decisions, tell them. Your belief in their opinions and reasoning can give them the certainty and strength they need to proceed. Create hope. Cheer for others when they are doing something difficult that you believe is right. They may be trying to guess how you feel or what you would do. Give praise for wise judgment and offer encouragement that they can face what's ahead. If you believe they'll be successful, tell them. If others seek you out for advice in making decisions, offer to break down your thought process and show them how it helps you sort information. Be aware that many people may not be capable of following suit. However, some will want to be students of your approach. Though it may be so well practiced that it's automatic for you, try to articulate the steps you use for analysis. If you have a willing student, teach. Guidance can be a mutual endeavor. Partner with someone who has action-oriented talents. You can help them make wise and considered decisions. This can help you turn your analysis into action. Both of you will benefit and be inspired to grow. Leading others strong and analytical. If you are explaining a decision that has already been made to this person, remember to lay out the logic of the decision very clearly. To you, it may feel as though you are over-explaining things, but for her, this level of detail is essential if she is to commit to the decision. Every time you have the opportunity to recognize and praise this person's reasoning ability, she is proud of her disciplined mind. Remember that this person has a need for exact, well-researched numbers. Never try to pass shoddy data to her as credible evidence. Discovering patterns in data is a highlight in this person's life. Always give her the opportunity to explain the pattern in detail to you. This will be motivational for her and will help solidify your relationship. You will not always agree with this person, but you always take her point of view seriously. She has probably thought through her points very carefully. Leading with the Ranger. People strong in the Ranger think can organize, but they also have a flexibility that complements this. Leading with the Ranger. People strong in the Ranger theme can organize, but they also have a flexibility that complements this ability. They like to figure out how all the pieces and resources can be arranged for maximum productivity. Build trust. You want people to tell you the truth because you depend on honest feedback to make important mid-course corrections if necessary. Make sure you know that you expect the truth and that they will not be penalized for telling you exactly what they are thinking. Likewise, foster mutual respect by being honest with them. When you create new systems, plans, or ways to execute, do so with extreme transparency. Being very open about your thought process will help people understand and follow your reasoning. Show compassion. When you invest your time considering what's right for other people and how to position them for success, they can't help but love you for it. You may see far more clearly than they do what they can do easily and well. Tell them what you see and give them permission to do what they are, to be who they are, and to do what they do best. You will free them to have a more satisfying life if you can minimize frustrations and maximize the joys. Sometimes others simply need you to come to the rescue. Overwhelmed with confusion and dissonance, they may be rendered emotionally helpless. When you see someone going into overload, step in and help her simplify her world. Show her how all the pieces can be arranged to fit together and reduce the chaos, or his world if it's a he. Provide stability. Your ability with fluid complexity is a comfort to people who need a definitive agenda or plan. When you can keep the confusion as far away from them as possible and sort through myriad information to tell them what they need to know and do, they will feel satisfied and far more certain that all will be well. Sometimes the best laid plans spiral into chaos. By addressing problems before others even know any disruption happened, you can help them remain in their comfort zone. Running a tight ship may not be so important to you, but running a steady one is. Many people need that kind of leadership to feel secure, and you provide it. Create hope. Not only can you help people get involved in activities that are right for them, you can also help them figure out what they shouldn't be doing and encourage them to stop doing it. They may feel trapped by calendars and commitments. You can free them. Inspire them to think about how to rearrange their responsibilities to make their lives more satisfying and productive. Before people can reorganize their time and responsibilities for a more fulfilling future, they may need a clear and concrete view of their current situation. Encourage them to fill out a calendar that shows everything they do in a week. Have them account for every hour. Then help them see ways to combine, eliminate, or add activities to enhance their quality of life. Leading others a strong arranger. This person will thrive when given a new challenge, so give him as much as you are able, according to his knowledge and skill levels. This person may well have the talent to be a manager or supervisor. His arranger talents enable him to figure out how people with very different strengths can work together. Pay attention to this person's other top themes. If he also has strong discipline talents, he may be an excellent organizer, establishing routines and systems for getting things done. Understand this person's modus operandi for team product building is through trust and relationship. He may well reject someone who he believes is dishonest or does shoddy work. Leading with a ranger. By the seriousness they take in making decisions or are best described by the seriousness they take in making decisions or choices. They anticipate the obstacles, build trust. You inspire trust because you are cautious and considerate regarding sensitive topics. Use these talents by taking on opportunities to handle delicate issues and conflicts. Others respect the time you dedicate to doing things right and to doing the right things. Let them know when you need time to think before making a decision. Trust them to appreciate that you have their best interests in mind. Show compassion. You understand the importance and weight of each relationship, and you take this responsibility seriously. Once you trust them to add someone to your life to the relationship well, invest in activities and conversations that keep you close and reveal your heart to the people who matter most. Lifetime relationships are hard to find, as you know, and they deserve and require your attention and love. Understand that your praise is rare and precious to many, so when you commend others, considering marking the occasion with a tangible reminder of your recognition. Giving them a visual token of your appreciation will help their memory of your rare praise last for a long time. Provide stability. Rather than taking foolhardy risks, you are apt to approach a decision cautiously. Trust your instincts when you believe something is too good to be true. Your deliberation and caution make others feel protected and secure about the conclusions you reach. Others will appreciate the careful thought that goes into each decision you make. Tell them about the options that you have analyzed and why you've chosen a particular course. Consider that you have a stake in the decision too. Ask for and weigh their input as carefully as you do your own. Create hope. Temper the tendency of others to move haphazardly into action by declaring a consideration period before decisions are made. Your caution can serve to steer others away from folly and toward wise choices. When you know a great deal about a topic, offer others the benefits of the research and analysis you have done. Encourage them to try something if you believe it's the right thing for them to do. Show them the supporting evidence, leading others with strong deliberative. Do not position this person in a role that requires snap judgments. She is likely to feel uncomfortable making decisions on gut instinct alone. When caution is required, such as circumstances that are sensitive to legal safety or accuracy issues, ask this person to take the lead. She'll instinctively anticipate where the dangers might lie and how to keep you protected. This person is likely to excel at negotiating contracts, especially behind the scenes. As far as you can within the confines of her job description, ask her to play this role. Do not ask this person to be a greeter, rainmaker, or networker for your organization. The kind of effusiveness that these roles require may not be in her repertoire. In her relationships, this person will be selective and discriminating. Consequently, do not move her quickly from team to team. She needs to feel assured that the people she surrounds herself with are competent and trustworthy, and this confidence takes time to build. This person will be known as someone who gives praise sparingly, but when she does, it is truly deserved. Are best described by the seriousness. People strong connect context theme, enjoy thinking about the past. They understand the present by researching. People strong on the consistency theme are keen with belief. People strong on the belief theme have certain core leading with the ranger. People strong on the belief. People strong in the belief theme have certain core values that are unchanging. Out of these values emerges a defined purpose for their life. Build trust. Ethical behavior is the foundation of respect and trust. Integrity is an expectation. To ensure fairness and promote unity, clearly communicate to others the behaviors you will and will not tolerate. Clarify on the front end. Clarity on the front end can prevent misunderstandings and damage to relationships. The talent of belief is more about an attitude of service than it is about a certain set of moral or spiritual beliefs. Show others what it means to be a servant leader. Get a team involved in doing something outside of themselves, something they do for the sole reason of helping another person or group. Demonstrate your belief, talents, and actions that speak far louder than your words ever can. That level of integrity will earn you true respect. Show compassion. Your values are a deep source of meaning for you. Talk with others about what's most meaningful in their lives. Just being a sounding board about something as important as core values builds relationships. Learn what's most important to the people in your life, whether you've known them a long time or just met them. Recognize that we all come from different backgrounds and go through various stages in our lives, and be accepting. Relationships can always grow. Listening creates a connection. Some bonds will be almost instantaneous. Common values will bring you close to some people quite rapidly, and sometimes for life. This can be a source of great joy in your life and theirs. Explore beliefs together. Ask questions and have conversations about what matters most in your lives. In these situations, relationship can be surprisingly fast and remarkably deep. Take care not to create an in and out crowd based on belief systems. Though you can never be values neutral, nor should you be, you should consider the messages you send with the judgments you make. Provide stability. Some of your beliefs are etched in stone, even in this ever-changing world. Mom? No, she's fine. Provide stability. Take care not to create an in and out crowd based on belief systems, though you can never be values neutral, nor should you be. Provide stability. Some of your beliefs are etched in stone. Even in this ever-changing world, they never sway. This firm foundation can be a cornerstone of relationships, activities, and the work environment you create. Whether or not people believe as you do, they know where you stand and can be confident of the stability of those beliefs. Your passion equips you to fight. In these battles, strive to be seen as leaders fighting for something, rather than one who's fighting against something. Being seen in a more positive light may help you enlist, engage, and retain more support for your cause. People will trust that you will fight for what's right. They take confidence in the strength of your convictions. Create hope. The meaning and purpose of your work will often provide direction for others, so talk about it. Share its importance in your life. Remind people why their work is important and how it makes a difference in their lives and in the lives of others. Learn more about how they can live their talents and values through their work, and support them in finding those connections. Others may be less sure of their values than you are. If they're searching, ask them to take account of where they spend their time and money. The actual use of our time, talent, and treasure speaks volumes about what we really value. Leading others with a strong belief. This person will have some powerful bedrock values. Figure out how to align your values with those of the organization. For example, talk with her about how your products and services make people's lives better, or discuss how your company embodies integrity and trust, or give her opportunities to go above and beyond to help colleagues and customers. This way, through her actions and words, she'll make visible the values of your organization's culture. Realize that this person may place greater value on opportunities to provide higher levels of service than on opportunities to make more money. Find ways to enhance this natural service orientation, and you will see her at her best. Leading with belief. Command. People strong in the command theme have presence. They can take control of a situation and make decisions. Build trust. Because you're known for saying what you think, others trust that you won't play games. They can take what you say at face value, and they can be confident that you won't change your stripes once they've left the room. Their directness builds trust, and trust builds relationships. Examine the correlations between your stated values and your actions. Are they consistent? Do they demonstrate integrity? Jot down the values that are most important to you. Can you think of recent examples of actions you have taken that confirm the integrity of your beliefs? Make this walk the talk checklist a regular part of your self-assessment and ensure that others should trust what you say and respect your actions. Show compassion. You feel intensely and are capable of expressing great emotion. Do what you do naturally. Tell people how you feel and why they are important to you. Express the connection that others may be too reserved to say out loud. You're saying it first to free them to acknowledge that the feeling is mutual. And even if they are not there yet, you can launch the opportunity for a meaningful relationship. An expression of genuine care, affection, or regard can be a powerful step toward initiating or deepening a bond between a leader and a follower. You use strong words. Express your sentiments to form a bond with others who will value what you stand for as a human being. Significant relationships are often formed on the basis of shared values. So stating your beliefs or passion can be a way for others to find you as a potential friend and champion. Invite others to join you based on your strong feelings and passionate beliefs. They may need the nudge. Sometimes others see the tough exterior of an individual with high command and assume it's an impenetrable shield that protects him or her from all hurt. They may feel vulnerable and see you as invulnerable. Yet relationships depend on mutual vulnerability. Be open, share your own pain and struggles. Letting others see the soft underbelly gives them equal power in the relationship and demonstrates trust. Provide stability. People know where you stand. The security of understanding that your convictions are not built on sinking sand allows people to feel confident that you will always be there for them and always stick to what you believe. Others come to you when they need someone to be strong for them, perhaps to shore up their unflagging courage, or to step in and be a spokesperson for their needs. When their courage falters, they seek to borrow yours. Be aware of this need you fulfill, and ask others if they would like you to intervene on their behalf, or accompany them on a difficult mission. Your take-charge attitude steadies and reassures others in times of crisis. When faced with a particularly trying challenge, use your command talents to assuage others' fears and convince them you have things under control. Create hope. Because you call it like you see it, others seek you out when they feel they can handle this truth. They might turn to others for support, but they go to you for an honest assessment of what they can and can't do, or should or shouldn't do. You don't shy away from offering advice. Ask them how committed they are to their current plan. Ask if they want your honest opinion. If they say yes, give it gently but truthfully. Your powerful words inspire. Talk about the why of each mission without fearing to appear corny or sentimental. Your emotions allow others to rise up to the occasion and give of themselves. They may be counting on you to give voice to the emotions that surround the cause. Paint an inspiring picture with your words. Leading others a strong command. As much as you can, give this person room to lead and make decisions. He will not like to be supervised closely. When confronting this person, take firm action, and if necessary, require immediate restitution. Then arrange for him to be productive as soon as possible. He will get over this mistake quickly, and so should you. This person may intimidate others with his upfront, assertive style. You may need to consider whether or not his contribution justifies the occasional ruffled feathers. Rather than pushing him to learn hard how to be empathetic and polite, you'd make better use of your time by helping his colleagues understand that his assertiveness is part of what makes him effective, as long as he remains assertive rather than aggressive or offensive. Leading with communication. That's next. Leading with command. Communication. People strong in the communication theme generally find it easy to put their thoughts into words. They are good conversationalists and presenters. Build trust. You are able to use language to spin and to manipulate, but this is wearing over time. Remember that while spin can be persuasive in the short term, it exacts an emotional price. Make sure that you are not only effective but ethical. Mutual respect is yours to build. Help people appreciate each other. Spend time advertising what they truly do well and what they're capable of contributing. Bear in mind that genuine praise encourages people, but false praise undermines them and is not taken seriously. Speak the same way about people to their faces as you do when they are not around. The consistency and honor of your words convey your integrity and shape the trust you build. Show compassion. You have the power to capture people's emotions and put words to what they feel. Sometimes words they cannot find themselves. This naturally draws others to you, so ask questions. Try to pinpoint the key issues people are trying to communicate, what joys or struggles they want to convey, then give voice to those feelings. Helping people find the words to describe feelings is a powerful way to get them to express and process their own emotions, and it can support them on the way to making a plan of action. Language is a clue to culture. In any group, from a family to a corporation, think about what the words you use suggest. Names convey expectations. Do you tag your weekly meetings, department meetings, staff meetings, team meetings, quality meetings, or are they held in a meeting room, a conference room, or a break room, a training center, or a learning center? Do you frame questions positively to help others see how much you care? Provide stability. Capture the successes of others in words and relate those words back to them, preferably in writing. Use your talent for finding just the right words to praise, give feedback, and reassure. Your positive support of others' achievements will help them feel secure in their roles. Think about how you express time. Are we here for the long haul? Are we seeking immediate results or building a long-term reputation? Give people the sense that the big picture is what matters, and they'll be free to experiment a little, even fail a little, to make things better for the future. As you choose your words, consider that stability is confidence in the long-term picture. Because being the spokesperson, besides being the spokesperson, become the collector of your group's success stories. Create a brand for your group based on accumulated triumphs. This solid foundation will bolster your group's confidence for the future. Create hope. In an organizational setting, offer to be the person who composes any wrap-up communication. After a meeting, send a summary email Capture the key points and outline the actions people must take. Summarize successes, express kudos to those who have done good work. You can encourage and inspire positive activities and outcomes as well as future accomplishments. Your words influence the impressions and expectations that people form about individuals and groups. Are you enhancing or undermining their image? When you speak to or about others, consciously choose words that offer encouragement, inspiration, and optimism. What terms and expressions do you use to paint pictures of the future? Your words can guide others. Consider the direction your words take people and select them well. Those words may continue to inspire people longer than you imagine. Leading others with strong communication. Ask this person to learn the folklore, the stories of interesting events in your organization, then give her the opportunity to tell these stories to her colleagues. She will help her bring your culture to life and thereby strengthening it. Ask this person to help some of the specialists in your organization make more engaging presentations. In some situations, you could ask her to volunteer to make the presentation for the specialist. If you send this person to public speaking training, make sure to place her in a small class with advanced students and a top-level trainer. She'll be irritated if she's not in training with beginners. Leading with communication. People strong with the communication theme generally find it easy to put their thoughts into words. They're good conversationalists and presenters. Build trust. You are able to use language to spin and to manipulate, but this is wearing over time. Remember that while spin can be persuasive in the short term, it exacts an emotional price. Make sure that you are not only effective but ethical. Mutual respect is yours to build. Help people appreciate each other. Spend time advertising what they truly do well and what they are capable of contributing. Bear in mind that genuine praise encourages people, but false praise undermines them and is not taken seriously. Speak the same way about people to their faces as you do when they are not around. The consistency and honor of your words convey your integrity and shape the trust you build. Show compassion. You have the power to capture people's emotions and put words to what they feel, sometimes words they cannot find themselves. This naturally draws others to you, so ask questions. Try to pinpoint the key issues people are trying to communicate, what joys or struggles they want to convey, then give voice to those feelings. Helping people find the words to describe feelings is a powerful way to get them to express and process their own emotions, and it can support them on the way to making a plan of action. Language is a clue to culture. In any group from a family to a corporation, think about what the words you use suggest. Names convey expectations. Do you tag your weekly meetings, department meetings, staff meetings, team meetings, quality meetings, or are they held in a meeting room, a conference room, or a break room, a training center, or a learning center? Do you frame questions positively to help others see how much you care? Provide stability. Capture the successes of others in words and relate those words back to them, preferably in writing. Use your talent for finding just the right words to praise, give feedback, and reassure. Your positive support of others' achievements will help them feel secure in their roles. Think about how you express time. Are we here for the long haul? Are we seeking immediate results or building a long-term reputation? Give people the sense that the big picture is what matters, and they'll be free to experiment a little, even fail a little to make things better for the future. As you choose your words, consider that stability is confidence in the long-term picture. Besides being the spokesperson, become the collector of your group's success stories. Create a brand for your group based on accumulated triumphs. This solid foundation will bolster your group's confidence for the future. Create hope. In an organizational setting, offer to be the person who composes any wrap-up communication. After meeting, send a summary email. Capture the key points and outline the actions people must take. Summarize successes, express kudos to those who have done good work. You can encourage and inspire positive activities and outcomes as well as future accomplishments. Your words influence the impressions and expectations that people form about individuals and groups. Are you enhancing or undermining their image? When you speak to or about others, consciously choose words that offer encouragement, inspiration, and optimism. What terms and expressions do you use to paint pictures of the future? Your words can guide others. Consider the direction your words take people and select them well. Those words may continue to inspire people longer than you imagine. Leading others with strong communication. Ask this person to learn the folklore, the stories of interesting events in your organization, then give her the opportunity to tell these stories to her colleagues. She will help her bring your culture to life and thereby strengthening it. Ask this person to help some of the specialists in your organization make more engaging presentations. In some situations, you could ask her to volunteer to make the presentation for the specialist. If you send this person to public speaking training, make sure to place her in a small class with advanced students and a top-level trainer. She'll be irritated if she's not in training with beginners. Leading with communication. People strong with communication. People strong the competition theme measure their progress against the performance of others. They strive to win first place in reveling contests. Build trust. Cheaters never prosper. Remember that winning at all costs isn't winning, it's defeating yourself. The price of winning can be greater than the pain of losing, so make sure your integrity remains intact when you push for that ultimate victory. Protect the trust that you have created with others. Sometimes you may feel the need to walk off the board to keep your competitive emotions from damaging the respect you seek from others. Do it. Give yourself the release of an emotional reaction, but make sure you do it where the judges won't see you. Show compassion. Competitors recognize one another almost immediately. When you find someone who shares your desire to win, you might choose to compete and push each other, or you might combine forces to create a championship team. Either way, it's an opportunity to form a bond based on a shared outlook. Can you engage others in a weekly competitive activity they enjoy? This is a way to create a lasting connection based on mutual interests and a shared approach to life's challenges. Engage the competitor and build on that relationship opportunity. Competition and desire, and despite all the effort it produces, can lead to bad taste in the mouths of many. Try to bring out the fun side of competition. Help it create emotional bonds rather than barriers. Remember that not everyone assigns the same emotional intensity to every activity they undertake, and remember to show that you accept and respect that they may have different reasons for being in the game. Jesus, serious one. Provide stability. A winning team promotes confidence. How can you help individuals or teams be their best? Position players so that they'll build on their strengths. This gives them the best possible chance for success and security. Show people their capacity for peak performance based on their natural abilities. If you're in a losing battle now, remember your ultimate goal. Keep in mind that you're in it for the long haul, and help others see that too. Give them the peace of mind that is an ongoing effort rather than a failure. Create hope. Champion others. Verbalize your belief that they can be the best at something. You may see potential in them that they cannot see. Point out the talents you notice in them. Help them learn how to turn those talents into strengths. What are the measures to beat in your organization? Put them out there so everyone has a clear target. Number one is the only position that counts in your book, so you tend to confine yourself to areas where you know you can win. As a leader, identify the market niches in which your group truly excels, and define its strengths and competitive edge in specific terms. In doing so, you set the group and the organization up for unparalleled success, which naturally increases your group's optimism. You are naturally attuned to real-world measures that assess achievements. Use this talent to identify world-class performance within and outside your organization, and to identify industry benchmarks that truly count. Evaluate your organization against these standards and inspire others to exceed them, leading others with strong competition. Measure this person's accumulations against other people's, particularly other competitive people. You may decide to post performance records of all your staff, but remember that only your competitive people will get a charge out of public comparison. Others may resent it or be mortified by the comparison. Set up contests for this person. Pit him against other competitors, even if you have to find them in business units other than your own. Highly charged competitors want to compete with others who are very close to their skill level. Matching them against modest achievers won't motivate them. Consider that one of the best ways to manage this person is to hire another competitive person who produces more. Talk about talents with this person. Like all competitors, he knows that it takes talent to be a winner. Name his talents. Tell him that he needs to marshal his talents to win. Do not Peter Principle this person by suggesting that winning means getting promoted. With competition. People strong with competition theme measure their progress against the performance of others. People strong with the connectedness theme have faith in the links between all things. They believe there are few coincidences and that almost every event has a reason. Build trust. Your philosophy of life compels you to move beyond your own self-interests. Give voice to your beliefs. Take action on your values. When you move beyond self and give of what you have, others see the respect you have for every other human being, despite your differences. Respect is a natural byproduct of selfless acts. Seek out global or cross-cultural responsibilities that capitalize on your understanding of the commonalities inherent in humanity. Build global capability and change the mindset of those who think in terms of us and them. Behaving in the best interest of all parties is a sign of good faith and trustworthiness. Show compassion. You seek the mutual bond. Develop good questions to ask so you can quickly find common ground between you and each person you meet. Keep asking these questions until you find the interests you share. Affirm and celebrate the connections you find, and start there to build a foundation for a relationship. Once you have discovered areas of commonality with someone, show that you care by remembering to inquire about the belief or activities you share with her. Use this as a point of entry into deeper conversations about other parts of her life. Get to know her as a whole person, rather than limiting your connection to only one aspect of who she is. Your ability to bring people together around shared dreams and meanings is significant. You see the common thread in the greater whole. Take an active role in linking the lives of disparate individuals based on the connections you discover. Make others aware of the bonds that they don't even know exist, and pave the road for friendships by helping strangers recognize the commonalities they have. You can help others make connections that influence the rest of their lives. Provide stability. Your sense of the bigger picture can bring calm and chaos. Point out the greater meaning you find in the events around you. Show others that a bump in the road is but a small part of a greater whole. Help them see the difference between what is constant in life and what is transitory. Put current difficulties in perspective. People feel safe when they are surrounded by what is comfortably familiar. When others need that sense of security, you can remind them of what is constant, what is shared. Help people remember that a network surrounds them. Simply knowing that they are not alone during difficult times can bring peace and confidence. Faith can be a foundational strength when it is shared. If faith is part of your relationship with another person, your support may be very important in times of uncertainty or fear. Reach out when you know someone needs the assurance that shared faith can provide. Great hope. It may surprise you when others are slow to discover the connections that you so easily see. Help them understand the interrelatedness you find in events and people. Broaden their worldview by helping them see a bigger picture. How could they take their own talent to a new level by applying it somewhere they've never thought to apply it? How might they partner with someone they see as much different from themselves? Get them thinking in new ways by sharing your broader vision. You are aware of the boundaries and borders created by organizational structure, but you treat them as seamless and fluid. Use your connectedness talents to break down silos that prevent shared knowledge across industry functional and hierarchical divisions within or between organizations. Encourage different groups to work together for their shared goals. Help people see the links among their talents and their actions, their mission, and the success of the larger group or organization. When people believe in what they are doing and feel like they are part of something bigger, commitment to achievement is enhanced, leading others with strong connectedness. This person is likely to have a spiritual orientation and perhaps a strong faith. Your knowledge and at the very least the acceptance of her spirituality will enable her to become increasingly comfortable around you. This person may be receptive to thinking about and developing the mission for your organization. She naturally feels like she is part of something larger than herself, and she will enjoy contributing to the impact of an overall statement or goal. Leading with consistency. People strong in consistency theme. That's next. Connectedness. People strong in the connectedness theme have faith in the links between all things. People strong in the consistency theme are keenly aware of the need to treat people the same. They treat everyone in the world with consistency by setting up clear rules and adhering to them. Build trust. Cultivate trust by subjecting yourself to whatever rules or programs you approve for your group or organization. When you live by the rules, it demonstrates your respect for principle and sets the tone for equality and encourages peaceful compliance. Though others may take advantage of parts of their position, your egalitarian mindset slightly rejects them and prefers to live by the set same of expectations and standards as the larger population in your organization. Fully adopt this equal footing policy to win their respect and solidify your constituency. Show compassion. Being able to predict how another person will act and react helps us confidently plot the course for a relationship. Think about how consistency influences relationships others are able to build with you. Are you always there in times of need? Do you consistently show compassion and caring? Analyze foundations of your close relationships and see what you discover about the role of your consistency talents play. Then consider how you can use this pattern to expand the number of friendships in your life. When you show your appreciation for the value another person places on fairness and equity, you validate who he or she is and form the foundation of support and understanding. You may fare best in relationships with others who live their lives according to similar principles. Seek out opportunities to commend those who values and ideals you admire. Tell them how they make the world a better place. By doing so, you show them that you notice what they do best and that you care about them. Provide stability. Others find comfort in knowing what is expected and what is not tolerated. Let people know the norms so that they do not unintentionally violate them. When others know your codes of behavior, they can count on you to be constant in your application of them. Verbalize the importance of consistency in your expectations of yourself and others. By doing this, people will not only know the rules, but also their underlying principles. This will help them predict your behavior in situations the rules don't cover. Create hope. When others come to you for help, it may be that you're seeking the comfort of your consistency. Your assurance that they count on you to be better, be there for them will be encouraging. You might find that you are a champion of the underdog. This should feel good to you. It means that your support is not destined only for those in the lead, but for all. Encourage those who struggle. Be sure to take into account their personal pattern of success. Perhaps they are striving to achieve in a way that does not suit them well and they need some redirection. Help them make the most of their opportunities by finding a pattern that works for them, leading others with strong consistency. When you need to put consistency practices in place for your organization, ask this person to help establish routines. When this person is in an analytical role, ask her to work on group rather than individual data. She is likely to be more adept at discovering generalizations that can be made about the group rather than particulars about a certain individual. If, as a manager, you struggle with situations in which roles must be applied equally, absolutely, and with no favoritism, ask this person to help you deal with them. The explanations and justifications will come naturally to her. In situations in which it is necessary to treat diverse people equally, ask this person to contribute to the development of the rules and procedures. Consistency. People strong on the consistency theme are keenly aware of the need to treat people the same. Connect context theme, enjoy thinking about the past. They understand the present by researching its history. Build trust. Relate stories of your own life that you think will resonate with others. Being vulnerable enough to share a bit of your own past can be a gateway to trust. Encourage mutual sharing of histories and life events if others are willing, and honor their trust when they confide in you. You're interested in the roots, the history, the formative moments in the lives of those around you. For you, a great conversation starter is tell me about a turning point in your life. Ask questions that elicit stories that will be as fun for you to hear as they are for others to tell. Showing your interest will demonstrate that you care. Remember the details of stories you've heard someone tell and use them as ongoing connecting points with that person. Looking across a room and making eye contact with someone you've heard holds meaning for the two of you, shows that you listened, remembered, and connected to the individual. Provide stability. Stability is certainly linked to context. The sense that nothing in the universe is new means that we have experienced these things before and will do so again. Having survived previous trials indicates our fortitude and resilience and gives us the confidence and courage to find new ways to triumph. History teaches patience and putting things in perspective, encourages understanding and security. Articulate the historical perspective on the issues people face today. Help them see the past as a teacher and find wisdom in its lessons. Create hope. Ask others questions like, how did you come to that decision? And have you ever dealt with an issue or situation like this in the past? Your good questions and general guidance can help others get perspective on a situation and help them avoid reoccurring errors. You can give people hope by helping them recognize the strength they have already demonstrated and will demonstrate again. Help people make sense of their lives and their circumstances by showing them how to link their own history with their present and future. Work with them to develop a timeline of their lives that includes significant decisions, trials, triumphs, and turning points. Ask them what they learned at each juncture and help them consider what they can do now as a result of what they've learned. Boiling down complex ideas or proposals to their most basic elements helps you understand the original purpose or reasoning behind them. Trace the evolution of a plan or idea back to its inception and clarify the purpose of its direction to those who may question it. You will strengthen the mission of your team. Remind your colleagues that the values and goals of your organization are based on wisdom derived from the past. Keep the history of your enterprise alive by retelling stories that capture its essence. These stories can offer guidance and inspiration in the present through understanding the insights of the past. Can you be the keeper of the wisdom, or at least initiate the collection and recording of the wisdom? Future generations will thank you. Leading others with strong context. When you ask this person to do something, take time to explain the thinking that led to the request. He needs to understand the background of a course of action before he can commit to it. No matter what the subject matter, ask this person to collect revealing stories, highlight the key discovery from each one, and perhaps build a class around them. Ask this person to collect anecdotes of people behaving in a way that exemplifies the cornerstones of your organization's culture. His stories, retold in newsletters, training classes, websites, videos, and so on, will strengthen your culture. Context. People strong connect context theme. are best described by the seriousness they take in making decisions or choices. They anticipate the obstacles, build trust. You inspire trust because you are cautious and considerate regarding sensitive topics. You use these talents by taking opportunities to handle delicate issues and conflicts. Others respect the time you dedicate to doing things right and to doing the right things. Let them know when you need time to think before making a decision. Trust them to appreciate that you have their best interests in mind. Show compassion. You understand the importance and weight of each relationship, and you take this responsibility seriously. Once you've chosen to add someone to your life, tend the relationship well. Invest in activities and conversations that keep it close, and reveal your heart to the people who matter most. Lifetime relationships are hard to find, as you know, and they deserve and require your attention and love. Understand that your praise is rare and precious to many, so when you commend others, consider marking the occasion with a tangible reminder of your recognition. Giving them a visual token of your appreciation will help the memory of your rare praise last for a long time. Provide stability. Rather than taking foolhardy risks, you are apt to approach a decision cautiously. Trust your instincts when you believe something is too good to be true. Your deliberation and caution make others feel protected and secure about the conclusions you reach. Others will appreciate the careful thought that goes into each decision you make. Tell them about the options that you have analyzed and why you've chosen a particular course. Consider that you have a stake in the decision too. Ask for and weigh their input as carefully as you do your own. Create hope. Temper the tendency of others to move haphazardly into action by declaring a consideration period before decisions are made. Your caution can serve to steer others away from folly and toward wise choices. When you know a great deal about a topic, offer others the benefits of the research and analysis you have done. Encourage them to try something if you believe it's the right thing for them to do. Show them the supporting evidence. Leading others with strong deliberative. Do not position this person in a role that requires snap judgments. She is likely to feel uncomfortable making decisions on gut instinct alone. When caution is required, such as circumstances that are sensitive to legal safety or accuracy, if she was asked this person to take the lead, she will instinctively anticipate where the dangers might lie and how to keep you protected. This person is likely to excel at negotiating contracts, especially behind the scenes. As far as you can, within the confines of her job description, ask her to play this role. Do not ask this person to be a greeter, rainmaker, or networker for your organization. The kind of effusiveness that these roles require may not be in her repertoire. In relationships, this person will be selective and discriminating. Consequently, do not move her quickly from team to team. She needs to feel assured that the people she surrounds herself with are competent and trustworthy, and this confidence takes time to build. This person will be known as someone who gives praise sparingly, but when she does, it is truly deserved. Are best described by the seriousness they take making decisions or choices. Leading with a deliberative. People strongly develop or theme recognize and cultivate potential in others. They spot the signs of each small improvement and derive a satisfaction from these improvements or growths. Build trust. Doing something good for the sake of another is a sign of character and an invitation to trust. Extend yourself to others by helping them see their own potential and offering to work with them to develop it. This will increase the breadth and depth of your relationships, and you will enjoy watching them grow. Try not to be hurt when others look for an ulterior motive in your good deeds. It may take them time to trust you when you show interest in their personal development, allowing them to see you in action for weeks, months, or even years before expecting the full confidence. They may not trust as easily as you do. Show compassion. You take genuine delight in people's growth and development. Your natural talent for focusing on others is a gift to those you nurture. Cheer for them. Let them know that you believe in them. Your compassion and caring touches their hearts and places you squarely on their side. They will never forget the support you offer so easily. We learn best from those we love is a quote you understand and appreciate. Who loves you? Whom do you love? Be sure to get close enough to not only teach and guide, but to love. Communicate your feelings. Your impact will last forever. Provide stability. As you begin working with another person on her development, first acknowledge the progress you've already seen. This provides a basis of confidence and security. You can make taking the next step less intimidating by reassuring her that you are confident that she can do it because of what she's already proven herself able to do. Express your certainty that the next goal is within her reach. Developers help others steer over comfort thresholds. You provide a safe zone where people have permission to strive and fail and strive again. Set others up for success by letting them know that more than one attempt is likely to be necessary before the ultimate success begins. Results. Helping people set the right expectations provide security that produces the confidence to try again. Encourage people to dig deep into their talents and put them to the test. With you, they have a cushion for failure and will not feel the full force of it. You provide support so that they can take the risk necessary to make the most of their talents. Create hope. Challenge others by asking good questions that stretch their imagination. What's the most they've ever done? How much do they imagine they could do? What do they dream of doing? What would they do if there was no obstacles, no barriers to their choices? Your growth nurturing approach is your spontaneous response to those around you and makes you an inspirational mentor to many. Consider the moves your best mentors made and take a lesson from them. Adopt the ones that are right for you and use them to encourage and champion those you are mentoring. You will be compelled to fulfill You will be compelled to counsel more people than you possibly can. In Jesus, to fulfill this inner drive, consider me a mentor for the moment. Many of the poignant and memorable development moments occur in merely instant when the right words are delivered at the right time. Words that clarify understanding, reignite passion, open eyes to an opportunity, and change a life course. Look for opportunities to magnify moments. Leading others, a strong developer in Jesus. Position this person so that he or she can help others in organization growth. For example, give him the opportunity to mentor one or two people to teach a class on a company topic, such as safety, benefits, or customer service. If necessary, pay the fee for him to belong into a local training organization. This person might be a good candidate for a supervisor, team leader, or manager role. If he is already a manager or executive, look to his business unit for people who can be transferred to positions of greater responsibility in the organization. He develops people and prepares them for the future. Be aware that this person may protect struggling performers long past the time when they should have been removed or terminated. Help him focus his developing instincts on setting people up to achieve success and not on supporting people who endure hardship. The best developmental action he can take with these people is to find them a different opportunity where they can truly excel. Leading with discipline. People strong the discipline theme is next. Leading with a deliberative. People strong the develop discipline theme and drove routine and structure. The world is best described by the order they create. Build trust. You never let yourself off the hook, and others will respect you for your uncompromising standards. Hold yourself to the standards you set, and your actions will reflect your integrity. Others can count on you to make sure every detail is executed exactly right. Discipline can become the basis for trust when people see their expectations are met time and time again. They will learn to respect your consistent delivery. Show compassion. Your powerful sense of order can make you a tremendous partner to those who rely on your discipline to supplement their own. Find and celebrate the positive traits others possess that you do not, and build a relationship based on mutual appreciation. Someone learns to rely on you and you on them when a complementary partnership is at its best. You can show others kindness by attending to the details they are sure to miss. Adopt the mindset of a caring friend and seek ways to free others from the details that bog them down. You can make their lives better and win appreciation at the same time. Provide stability. You are predictable and consistent, and you do what is required when it is required, if not before. Share your timelines with others, and let them see the consistent progress you make. As promised, people will feel safe in trusting you with projects when they see that your actions always follow your words. Not everyone is blessed with your sense of order. Share with others the calmness and composure you gave from order by letting them know that you have the situations under control. Help them see that each part will be accomplished in its time and the entire project will follow according to plan. Others will be free to do what they would do well when they know that nothing important can slip through the cracks. Create hope. Your performance objectives spur your efforts. You like to get things done each day and each week. Noticing your productivity, others may take their cue from your performance objectives as well. Detail your tasks, goals, and timelines, and share them with interested teammates who may use your example to inspire their own work efforts. Try to impose your systems and structures on others who lack strong discipline talents and simply won't work. Rather than try to convert those who appear to need your sense of order, seek to discover what they do well, then support and encourage them in those areas. Leading others with strong discipline. Give this person the opportunity to bring structure to a haphazard or chaotic situation. Because she will not be comfortable in such shapeless, messy circumstances, and don't expect her to be, she will not rest until order and predictability are restored. When there are many things that need to be done and get done in a set time period, remember this person's need to prioritize. Take the time to set priorities together, and once the schedule is set, stick to it. If appropriate, ask this person to help you plan, organize your work. You might even start to review your time management system or even your proposal for re-engineering some of your department's processes. Tell her colleagues that this is one of her talents and encourage them to ask her for similar help. This person excels at developing routines that help her work efficiently. If she is forced to work in a situation that requires flexibility and responsiveness, encourage her to devise a set number of routines, each appropriate for a certain set of circumstances. This way, she will have a predictable response to fall back on, no matter what the surprise. Discipline. People strong the discipline theme and drove routine and structure. The world is best. People strong the empathy theme can sense the feelings of other people by imagining themselves in others' lives or situations. Build trust. Help others articulate and frame complex emotions when they're faced with a worrisome situation. Respect their feelings and allow them the freedom to express what they need to express, whether or not you're feeling yours theirs. Acknowledge and deal with these emotions honestly to build trust in Jesus' name. Building trust is paramount to you. Many of your associates are likely to feel comfortable in approaching you to share thoughts, feelings, concerns, and needs. Your discretion and desire to be genuinely helpful will be greatly valued. Show compassion. Witnessing the happiness of others brings you pleasure. Consequently, you are likely to be attuned to other opportunities to highlight people's successes in a walk with Christ and positively reinforce their achievements. At each opportunity, deliver a kind word of appreciation or recognition that they receive. By doing so, you are likely to make a profound and engaging impression on that person. Sometimes you have the ability to understand what others are feeling before they've recognized it themselves. This uncanny awareness can be unnerving or comforting, depending on how it's shared. Asking questions to gently guide people toward recognition of what you already suspect. Help them name their feelings and create their own path to self-discovery, and you'll be a valued partner. Provide stability. Sensitive to the feelings of others, you readily gauge the emotional tone of a room. Use your talents to forge a bridge of understanding and mutual support. Your empathy talents will be especially important during trying times because they will demonstrate your concern as a leader, thereby building security and loyalty. Patience and understanding are your hallmarks. Take time to hear people out. Don't rush to judgment. Giving people time and space to sort out their own thoughts and feelings in a safe environment promotes their sense of stability and tranquility. Create hope. Others are likely to choose you as a confidant or mentor. Affirm that this is a satisfying relationship for you so they feel welcome to approach you. Encourage them by putting words to what you sense about their aspirations. Inspire and guide their dreams by imagining with them. Your empathy talents allow you to anticipate events and reactions. Because you are observant of how others are feeling, you are likely to intuit what is about to happen in the organization before it becomes public knowledge or common knowledge. Help people to be aware as positive emotions build, so as a group, you can capitalize on this to create hope. Leading others with strong empathy. Pay attention but don't overreact to this person's cries. Tears are part of his life. He may sense the joy or tragedy in another person's life more poignantly than even that person does. Help this person see his empathy talent as a special gift. It may come so naturally to him that he thinks everyone feels what he feels, or he may be embarrassed by his strength of feeling. Show him how to use his talents to everyone's advantage. Test this person's ability to make decisions instinctively rather than logically. He may not be able to articulate why he thinks a certain action is right, but he will often be right nonetheless. Ask him what it is your gut feeling of the Holy Spirit of Jesus about what we should do. Arrange for this person to work with positive, optimistic people. He will pick up on their feelings and be motivated. Conversely, steer him away from pessimists and cynics. They will depress him. With empathy. People strong the empathy theme can Strong the focus thing can take a direction, follow through, and make the corrections necessary to stay on track. They prioritize, then act, build trust. Others will respect you because you know what's important and you keep your attention there. Make sure they're not delegating non-essentials. That you're not delegating non-essentials. Before you ask someone to do something, ask yourself if it affects ultimate performance. If it's not worth your time, perhaps it's not worth anyone's time. You don't even have to ask. Others will trust your judgment. As a person with strong focus talents, you know that life is about choices. Remember that everyone is responsible for their own decisions. Demonstrate to others that you understand and respect their choices in life. Show compassion. Take a step back and think broadly about the priorities in your life. Use your focus zones to target not only the projects that are important, but also the people. Set goals and strategies for giving those people the time and attention they deserve as partners in your life. Include these goals on your daily to-do list and check off what you accomplish. In whom should you be investing at work? Who makes your life better every day through their efforts on the job? Show appreciation to those who enable you to be so efficient. Acknowledge their role in your effectiveness and don't forget to reach out when they need your help too. Provide stability. Expand the effects of your focus balance by extending the period of time you usually plan in advance. For example, if you typically plan 1 year ahead and try planning 3 years out, gradually increase the length of time you encompass in your forecasting. Share your thoughts with others, knowing that you are focused on and thinking about the long term will give them security now. When you share long-term goals with your family and your work teams, tell them that they are part of your future projections. Give them the assurance that they are valued and needed and will be there with you. Create hope. Over a lifetime, we accrue responsibilities and tasks that may cease to have meaning for us. Help others clear some of the accumulated clutter of their lives. Ask questions like, what are the most important priorities in your life and your work? What do you love about doing this? And what would happen if you stopped doing this? By tackling these questions, you can help people focus or refocus their energies and offer them a fresh outlook on the future. Invest in your organization by guiding the career trajectories of your company's most promising proteges. When mentoring others, you can assist them in crafting well-defined career paths and action plans to secure their major aspirations. Having measurable, specific, and tangible performance objectives is critical to your effectiveness. You relish setting regular mini goals for yourself because they keep your focus talents sharp. Share your goals, measurement systems, and performance objectives with associates. In doing so, you'll increase a sense of team and inspire them to track their personal progress in relation to the larger organizational objectives. Leading others with strong focus. Set goals with timelines and then let this person figure out how to achieve them. He will work best in an environment where he can control his work events in Christ. Check in with this person on a regular basis, as often as he indicates would be helpful. He will thrive on this regular attention because he likes talking about goals and his progress toward them. Ask him how often he should meet to discuss goals and objectives. Don't expect this person to always be sensitive to the feelings of others. Getting his work done often takes top priority. If he also has strong empathy talents, this effect will obviously be lessened. Nonetheless, be aware of the possibility that he may trample on others' feelings as he marches toward his goal. This person does not thrive in constantly changing situations. To manage this, when describing the change to him, use language that he will be more receptive to. For example, talk about in terms of new goals and new measures of success, giving the change trajectory and purpose. This is the way he naturally thinks. Arrange for this person to attend a time management seminar. He may not naturally excel at this, but because his focus pushes him to move toward his goals as fast as possible, he'll appreciate the greater efficiency that effective time management brings. Leading with focus. People strong with focus think with futuristic. People strong in the futuristic theme are inspired by the future and what it could be. They inspire others with their visions of the future. Build trust. When others helping others imagine what could be, make sure that your visions are grounded in reality. Many people do not find it as easily as you do to envision what things will look like decades later, so provide as much detail as you can about what they can do to be part of the future. A realistic attitude will help build trust and confidence in your visionary ideas. Given your natural ability to look ahead, at times you may see disturbing trends on the horizon. Even if you enjoy talking about possibilities more than problems, you may be able to help people see and eliminate potential roadblocks before they cause any difficulties. Others will come to depend on you for this and trust what you see. Show compassion. One of the best ways to make a connection with another human being is to listen. Ask this person in Christ you lead about their dreams. Have them describe their ideal future to you. Somewhere in their story, your futuristic talents are likely to find connection. Build on that connection by asking questions, helping them find more clarity whether they are in Christ or not. As they put feelings to work, they will feel closer to you simply because you took an interest in their hopes and dreams for their future. You see the future more clearly than others. Do a little dreaming for people. Tell them that these dreams are possible if they set their sights on them. Perhaps you see talents in them they are blind to, or opportunities they have not considered. Investing your time and energy in thinking about possibilities and what is good for other people shows caring and friendship. It shows you are a leader in Christ. Provide stability in Jesus. People sometimes exaggerate the fear of the present because they cannot see beyond to a future when this too shall pass. You have the gift of perspective, and your thinking is not bound by present circumstances. Help others share the calm you possess, knowing that one day, another day will come, and all this will leave behind them. As you think about the future, be sure to check in with people you lead about their emotions. If the visions you have are too distant for them to imagine, or if too much seems uncertain, they may get worried or uncomfortable. Ask people how they see themselves in the scenarios you discuss, and help them know that these are what-if pictures, not must-be plans. They are the ones in control of their destiny. Create hope. Because you have the gift of future thinking, it should come as no surprise that people in Christ choose you as their sounding board when they see direction and guidance. You may have been playing the role of a guide for others your whole life. Think through this role. Consider what questions you should be asking. What do you need from others? How do you find out? Having a set of questions to ask when others seek you out may help you match your contribution to their expectations and aspirations. You inspire others with your images of the future. When you articulate your vision, be sure to describe the future to detail Describe the future in detail with vivid words and metaphors so that others can better comprehend your expansive thinking. Make your ideas and strategies more concrete via sketches, step-by-step action plans, or mock-up models so that your associates can readily grasp your intent. Leading others with strong futuristic talent. Give this person time to think about, write about, and plan for the products and services your organization will need in the future. Create opportunities for her to share her perspective in company newsletters, meetings, or industry conventions. Put this person on the organization's planning committee. Have her present her data-based vision of what the organization might look like in 3 years. And have her always repeat this presentation every 6 years, months or so. This way she can refine it with new data and insights. When your organization needs people to embrace change, ask this person to put these changes in the context of the organization's funding, organization's future needs. Have her make a presentation or write an article that puts these new directions in perspective. She can help others rise above their present uncertainties and become almost as excited as she is about the possibilities of the future. Leading with futuristic. People strong futuristic theme are inspired by the future and what it could be. They inspire others with their visions of the future. Build trust. When others harmony. People strong in the harmony theme look for consensus. They don't enjoy conflict, rather they seek areas of agreement. Build trust. You show others respect by valuing their input and helping them be heard. At times you may need to point out that each person's point of view is valuable and deserves respect, if not agreement. Learning to briefly yet effectively communicate the value of listening. The loudest voices are not the only ones that should be heard. Sometimes you may need to stop the debate, open up the floor, and help each person have a say. When you do, make sure this environment is one of trust and respect, so that those with quieter voices feel comfortable sharing their opinions. By making it clear that decisions are better when every word is heard, others with faith in your motives and be more likely to share discussion time equitably. Show compassion. Your harmony helps make life more pleasant. You reduce stress by reducing conflict and friction. Invest some time in conceptualizing the greater purpose of your organization. When tensions mount, remind others of the overriding mission that binds you all together. In addition to cooling the conflict, your actions help others rise to another level that is based on a shared purpose. Others will be drawn to you because you are considerate of everyone's opinions and you honor their views. Seeking common ground comes naturally to you. Your quest for harmony between individuals and groups shows others that you care and enhance one another, one-on-one and group relationships. How many points of commonality can you find per interaction? Count them and see if you can increase your average over time. The greater the number of connecting points, the greater the opportunity for establishing significant and lasting relationships. Provide stability. You naturally produce peace and understanding. Your approach allows everyone to stay connected to the group, even when opinions are different. Remind others that the strength of a group is the ability to respectfully bring a variety of ideas to the table. Your knack for appeasing those who oppose with opposing views helps everyone in the group feel a sense of security that no matter what the issue, the group will remain intact. You calm others by smoothing the waters and helping everyone keep a level head in Christ. You ensure that no one is hurt by thoughtless words spoken in passion. Create an atmosphere of dignity and respect helps others feel safe when it's their turn to share their views. Create hope. Establish and encourage interactions and forums in which people feel that their opinions are truly being heard. In doing so, you'll promote engagement in the Father's love, raise individual achievement levels, and contribute to the overall performance of teams. This will in turn create hope for the future in your Heavenly Father's love. Polish your talent for resolution without agitation by gathering skills and knowledge. Become skilled in moving through the steps of conflict resolution and invite someone to learn with you. Encourage and inspire each other to become experts in finding solutions through consensus and learn and teach at the same time. Leading others with strong harmony. Find areas and issues on which you and this person agree and regularly review these topics with him. Surround him with other people who are strong in harmony. He will also be more focused, more productive, and more creative when he knows that he's supported. Don't be surprised if this person agrees with you even when you are wrong. Sometimes for the sake of harmony, he may nod his head despite judging your idea a poor one. Consequently, you may need other people to instinctively voice their opinions to help keep your thinking clear. Harmony. People strong in the harmony theme look for consensus. People strong the ideation theme are fascinated by ideas. They are able to find connections between seemingly disparate phenomena. Build trust. The purpose behind your pursuit of what's new can help others trust you and to make good choices. Explain the why behind what you do. Help people see that you are seeking to improve the status quo, to better explain the world, and to make discoveries that ultimately serve humanity. Make things simple. All your ideas, possibilities, and tangents can be confusing to some people. You see the simplicity of the underlying principles. Articulate that to others so that they can see it too. The clearer things seem to people, the more certain they can be that they are doing what is right and makes sense. Helping people make connections between what is and what can be. Show compassion. Others have great appreciation for your creative imagination and your continual quest for new ideas. Invite them along for the ride. Ask them to dream with you. Share excitement about ideas and possibilities, even from vastly different fields and approaches, can be a foundation for a mutually satisfying relationship. Partner with others who have a practical bent, people who can make your ideas realistic and bring them to fruition. You can be their inspiration. They can help you realize your dreams. Your differences are what bind you together and make each of you more successful than you would be on your own. Show consideration and appreciation for what others bring to the table. Provide stability. Stability and ideation might seem at odds. You are always searching for ways to break from convention and look at things from a new angle. Verbalize the fact that you're not seeking to destroy what is, rather that you want to make things better. You understand that security doesn't come from maintaining the status quo and doing things the way they've always been done. Security is about making sure you are prepared for the future. You must take risks. Still, you can calm others by educating them that those risks are calculated, not reckless. Give others confidence by helping them see the logic behind your pursuit of what's new and keep them informed along the way. Create hope. You're a natural fit with people in research and development. You appreciate the mindset of the visionaries and dreamers in your organization. Spend time with imaginative staff members and sit in on the brainstorming sessions. Invite people you know who have good ideas to join as well. As a leader with exceptional ideation talents, you can contribute to inspirational ideas and make things happen. Find people in other walks of life who like to talk about ideas and build mutually supportive and satisfying relationships. Their knowledge and dreams about an area that is foreign to you can inspire them. Feed one another's need for big thinking, leading others to strong ideation. This person has creative ideas. Be sure to position her where her ideas will be valued. Encourage this person to think of useful ideas or insights that can be shared with your best customers. From Gallup's research, it is clear that when a company deliberately teaches its customers something, their level of loyalty increases. This person needs to know that everything fits together. When decisions are made, take time to show her how each one is rooted in the same theory or concept. When a particular decision does not fit into an overarching concept, be sure to explain to this person that the decision is an exception or an experiment. Without this explanation, she may start to worry that the organization is becoming incoherent. Leading with includer. That's next. Ideation. People strong the ideation theme are fascinated by ideas. They are able to find connections between seemingly disparate. Leading with includer. People strong the includer theme are accepting of others. They show awareness to those who feel left out and make an effort to include them. Build trust. Your utter lack of egotism inspires respect and honor. Others can rely on you to find common ground and recognize the contribution each person makes to the whole. Automatic acceptance is part of your wiring. You don't debate the merits and drawbacks of including someone. If someone is there, it should be welcomed and brought into the fold. Help others see it with past what's on the outside and ask them to consider how others feel. Everyone will know that you are a person who deserves respect when they see the respect that you give to others. Show compassion. Everyone needs an includer as a friend. You help people feel welcome and immediately make them a part of something larger than themselves. You reach out and invite others to join when they are feeling like outsiders looking in. Never hesitate to invite, even when rebuffed, knowing that you are always doing the right thing. Nurture the new folks in your organization. Be a first friend. Know their names and introduce them to the others, helping them find connecting points. You will collect many best friends this way. It's hard to forget the person who first made you feel like you belonged in any place where you felt uncertain. Provide stability. Stability is fostered when everyone knows that they will not be excluded. Being consistent with your invitations and open to a wide variety of people helps others know that they too will find welcome whenever they need it. That's security. Your attitude that's there's always room for one more will promote inclusion rather than competition when someone new joins the group. When others see that the circle expands to accommodate all, they will feel less territorial and more secure that they have a place in the fold. Make them feel even more confident by asking them to take on some of the orientation for new people. Create hope. Be an includer coach. Share your ideas for helping people feel welcome. Others may require a caring nudge to get them to step outside their comfort zone and make the first move to add someone to their inner circle. When you offer that nudge, you give two people a bit more opportunity for growth in the future. Consider that people will relate to each other through you. You're a conduit for information. You can connect with all of the people in a group and keep them effectively connected to each other. Watch as this network you have created multiplies by the day. Leading others with strong includer. This person is interested in making everyone feel like part of the team. Ask him to work on an orientation program for new employees. He'll be excited to think about ways to welcome new recruits. You can capitalize on this person's includer talents by focusing them on your customer. Properly positioned, he may prove to be very effective at breaking any barrier between customers and company. Because this person probably will not appreciate you like products or services made for a select category of customer, position him to work on products or services that are designed for a broader market. He'll enjoy planning ways to cast a wider net. In certain situations, it may be appropriate to ask this person to be organizations linked to community social agencies. Leading with includer. People strongly the includer theme are accepting of individualization. People strong on the individualization theme are intrigued with the unique qualities of each person. They have a gift for figuring out how people who are different can work together productively. Build trust. Sometimes you know more than people would like you to know. Keep strict confidences and only share your insights with the person one-on-one. She should be the one to decide if she wants you to relate to those insights to others. Others trust your instincts about people's unique qualities. Continue to build on that trust by focusing on the positive as much as you can when you are asked to share your impressions about someone. Stand behind your tendency to treat each person individually according to need, strength, and style. Many people see this playing favorites and distrust you. Be prepared to defend your individualization from a performance excellence standpoint, as well as from a humane perspective. This will give others confidence in your decisions. Show compassion. Others are often surprised at the depth of your insights about them, especially when you've known them only a short time. You've probably heard, "How did you know that?" many times. As relationships develop, others will want to hear in greater depth your thoughts and insights regarding their actions, motivations, and talents. You are a mirror for them, and you offer a valuable perspective. Ask them to tell you more about themselves and test your insights. Accept and affirm what they have to tell you. You may have the gift of giving, choosing the perfect gift for another person, even someone you don't know particularly well. Finding a small token and giving it at an unexpected time can be a quick relationship builder. Give yourself permission to reach out in this way. You enjoy the rewarding looks of surprise and delight. Who can resist a perfectly chosen gift? Bring joy into others' lives with little surprises. Provide stability. Your awareness is essential to providing stability. By being attuned to others' desires and needs, you can help them become, because you can position them in the right place. Their confidence grows because they are being asked to do what they do best. All generalizations are false, including this one, is a phrase you might enjoy. Knowing that you are conscious of each person's special circumstances helps him or her feel understood and secure. Let people know that despite the rules of the classic wisdom, you will take their unique talents and needs into account when making decisions about opportunities they can pursue. Create hope. Sometimes people are more predictable to you than they are to themselves. Use your talent to notice others' consistent behavior patterns to help them see things they can't. You might be able to help them capitalize on talents they seldom use intentionally or avoid pitfalls that they repeatedly ensnare them. Kindly give them feedback to help them streamline their dreams and aspirations. You are instinctively aware that individuals will be the most productive when their environments are suited to their talents. Wherever appropriate, implement organizational policies that allow your associates to work in their own style. Policies that allow people to express their individuality in the clothes they wear, how they decorate their offices, and the hours they work. Through these policies, you'll engage and inspire your associates and enable them to produce their best work. You move comfortably among a broad range of styles and cultures, and you intuitively personalize your interactions. Consciously and proactively make full use of these talents by leading diversity and community efforts in your organization. Leading others with strong individualization. Ask this person to serve as your selection committee. She will probably be on your service committee. She will probably be a very good judge of each candidate's strengths and weaknesses. By figuring out the right people for the right roles, using her individualization talents, she will also help improve the organization's productivity. When appropriate, have this person help design pay-for performance programs in which all employees can use their strengths to maximize their pay. Ask this person to teach an internal training class or mentor new employees. She may well have a knack for spotting how each person learns differently. Look at this person's other dominant themes. If her developer and arranger talents are also strong, she may have the potential to be a manager or supervisor. If her talents align with command and woo, she will probably be very effective at turning prospects into customers. Leading with individualization. Leading with input. People strong in the input theme have craving to know more. Often they like to collect and archive all kinds of information. Build trust. Become a trusted authority by making sure that the information you provide is both current and accurate. Check multiple sources just to be sure. Help others distinguish between fact and opinion. You can earn respect by doing your homework and providing others with the information they need to succeed. When they see that you have put in the time and take the responsibility to do thorough research, they can't help but appreciate your desire to do good work and trust your comprehensive findings. Show compassion. People will be attracted to you as a leader because they see your resourcefulness and your awareness of the most recent developments and information. Let others know that you love to answer their questions and research their most pressing issues. Use your input talents to connect with others and make yourself available as someone they can depend on for help. When you meet others who share your interests, think beyond the learning opportunity and consider the relationship possibilities. Could this be the start of a friendship? Invite this person along when you discover opportunities to pursue your mutual interests, such as an exhibit or an upcoming speech. Use your input talents as a stepping stone for relationships and extend the first invitation. Provide stability. Your knowledge base can be a foundation for stability. When others know that you have researched the topic at hand, with your characteristic thoroughness and depth, they'll feel confident that your decisions are well thought out and share with them the extent of your research efforts. You don't merely collect information, you store it for a time when it might prove useful. By producing the backup of documentation for efforts that might seem risky to some, you assure them that they are moving in the right direction. Great home. Your mind is like a sponge. You naturally soak up information, but just as a primary purpose of a sponge is not to permanently contain what it absorbs, neither should your mind simply store information. Input without output can lead to stagnation. As you gather and absorb information, be aware of the individuals and groups that can benefit from your knowledge and be intentional about sharing with them. Expose yourself to the written thoughts and ideas of other people. And then engage in serious discussion about them. Through the process, you'll become a learner who also teaches, leading others with strong input. Focus on this person's natural inquisitiveness by asking him to study a topic that is important to your organization, or position him in a role with a heavy research component. He enjoys the knowledge that comes from research. Pay attention to this person's other strong themes. If he is also strong in a developer, he may excel as a teacher or trainer by peppering his lessons with intriguing facts and stories. Help this person develop a system for storing the information he collects. This system will ensure that he can find it when he and the organization need it. Learning with intellection. That's next. Leading with input. Leading with intellection. People strong in the intellection theme are characterized by their intellectual activity. They are introspective and appreciate intellectual discussions. Build trust. When you carefully analyze others' thinking, and then respectfully give your honest opinion, you can help them avoid pitfalls and mistakes. They will appreciate your forthright willingness to help them succeed, and they will come to depend on you for this. Your sheer intellectual capacity will cause some to respect and revere you. Prove yourself worthy by remembering that the thought without action is not always particularly helpful. Use your gift of intellection to make a difference, and your respect will be well deserved. Show compassion. Engaging others in intellectual and philosophical debate is one way you make sense of things. It is also one way you build relationships. Channel your provocative questions to people who similarly enjoy that give and take of debate. They will seek you out as a friend and colleague who sharpens their thinking, and one they want to spend time with again and again. Some people want you to think with them, while others will want you to think for them. You may be able to build relationships with some people because you look at things from an entirely different angle than they do. For people who are single-minded and action-oriented, you may be the kind of thinking partner who improves their odds for success. Show that you truly care about them by sharing your thoughts with them. Provide stability. Remember to occasionally back up so others can follow the trail of your thinking. They may not be ready for pronouncement until they have followed the path. Share the mental steps you executed to arrive at your current conclusions, so people don't worry that your thinking lacks foundation. Help others understand your need for solitude and space to think. Let them know that this simply is a reflection of your intellectual style, and that it results from a desire to bring the most you can to relationships and opportunities. Sharing the fact that you think deeply about what's best for them and for the organization can be a great comfort. Create hope. Encourage others to use their full intellectual capital to reframe questions for them by engaging them in dialogue. At the same time, recognize that there will be some who find this intimidating and who need time to reflect before being put on the spot. Help them engage their intellect in the way that is best for them. Then inspire them to use that way of thinking to dream and meditate about the future. Others will seek out your opinion because they appreciate the wise scrutiny you give to ideas and efforts. Bear in mind that you are at your best when you have time to follow an intellectual trail and see where it leads. Get involved on the front end of projects and initiatives so that your thinking can have a greater impact on long-term outcomes. Leading others with strong intellection. Encourage this person to find long stretches of time when she can simply muse. For some people, pure thinking time is not productive, but for her, it most certainly is. She will emerge from quiet periods of reflection with more clarity and self-confidence. Have a detailed discussion with this person regarding her strengths. She will probably enjoy the introspection and self-discovery. Give this person the opportunity to present her views to other people and the department. The pressure of communicating ideas to others will force her to refine and clarify her thoughts. Be prepared to team up with this person with someone who has strong activator talents. This partner will push her to act on her thoughts and ideas. And next is learner. Leading with intellection. Leading with learner. People strong in the learner theme have a great desire to learn and want to continuously improve. In particular, the process of learning through the outcome excites them. Build trust. Be honest enough to admit that you're still learning. Being vulnerable and open about your own learning puts you on par with others and indicate a mutual not one-sided expectation. Respect knowledge that is superior to your own. Some leaders feel the need to be more advanced than the followers in every area. This is unrealistic and unproductive. It impedes progress. Show your respect through your interest and appreciation of what others know and are capable of knowing. Listen to them and trust them to be experts in these topics. Show compassion. Co-learning creates mutual vulnerability and discovery. When you sign up for learning, always consider whom you can invite to learn with you. When you care enough to ask someone else to join in your learning, you create a shared memory and common opportunity to forge a bond. Appreciate and celebrate others' learning, be it a project completed, a certification, a good spelling test, or an improvement or on a report card. Let others know that you understand the hard work and effort that goes into personal growth. Emphasize that the outcome is exciting, but you recognize the merit of their journey as well. Affirm that learning has value, as does the learner. Provide stability. When you invest in another person's growth, you're saying you matter. You are here for the long term. You are worth my investment. This helps others know that you expect an endurance, not fleeting, a relationship with them. Confirm that sentiment by saying it out loud. Tell people that you're committed to them for the long haul. Learning takes time. Your patience with others as they learn conveys to them that they are not disposable, but rather that you believe in their value and will stand beside them as they develop. Create hope. Recognize that your enthusiasm for learning may be shared by many in your organization. Ignite this passion for creating an ongoing organization-wide learning program. Research supports the link between learning and performance. When people have the opportunity to learn and grow, they're more engaged, more productive, and loyal. Look for ways to measure whether people feel their learning needs are being met, to create individualized learning milestones and to reward achievements in learning. These rewards and seeing measurable progress can inspire others to even greater learning goals. Leading others with strong learner. Position this person in a role that requires to stick around in a fast-changing field. He will enjoy the challenge of maintaining his competency. Regardless of this person's role, he will be eager to learn new facts, skills, or knowledge. Explore innovative ways for him to learn and remain motivated, or he may start hunting for a richer learning environment. For example, if he lacks opportunities to learn on the job, encourage him to take courses at the local college. Remember, he doesn't necessarily need to be promoted. He just needs to be learning. It is the process of learning, not necessarily the results that energize him. Encourage this person to become the master or resident expert in this field. Arrange for him to take the relevant classes to accomplish this. If necessary, help him secure financial support to continue his education. Be sure to recognize his learning. Have this person work beside an expert who will continuously push him to learn more. Ask this person to conduct internal discussion groups or presentations. There may be no better way to learn than to teach others. And next is Maximizer. Leading with Maximizer. People strong in the Maximizer think focus on strengths as a way to stimulate personal and group excellence. They seek to transform something strong into something superb. Build trust. Admit that you do some things well and others not so well. Allow people to admit that they too have areas where they consistently struggle. Simply being open can give others permission to be themselves in an honest way. Others will need to hear your message more than once before they believe that you're truly expecting them to shine where they shine and that you're avoiding their dull spots. Repeat the message so it is heard, understood, and trusted. Some people may need to know that you're not going to surprise them later with an accounting of where they are weak or how they have failed. Continuously focus on their excellence until they can truly trust that this will always be your emphasis. Show compassion. Use your Maximizer talents to set others free. Too often people think they have to live up to expectations to be a jack of all trades, a straight A student, or a well-rounded citizen. Make it clear that you appreciate their unique gifts, their personal brilliance. You don't expect all things from all people. You expect people to be more of who they already are. You may be the only one in people's lives who see their gifts and talents this way. Sometimes people don't recognize their own areas of brilliance. You can be the one who leads them to the light. Point out moments of excellence you see in others. Perform and tell them that you see the areas where they are truly gifted. We sometimes limit the notion of talent to obvious areas like sports or music. Brilliant people's view of giftedness. Tell people that they're a gifted friend, a gifted organizer, or a gifted accommodator. Broaden the review of self. You can change a life and become a personal champion. Provide stability. The surest way to destroy other people's sense of security is to ask them to repeatedly do something for which they're not adequately equipped. Instead, allow others to do and build on what they do best and watch their confidence grow. Support others in the areas in which they don't excel. Give them confidence by helping them find complementary partners or systems that free them from failure. Create hope. Don't let your Maximizer talents be cycled like conventional wisdom, which says you should find what is broken and fix it. Identify and invest in the aspects of people and organizations that are working. Make sure that most of your resources are spent building up and encouraging these pockets of excellence. Explain Maximizer concepts to those who may never ever consider personally what they do well. Point out the advantages of life lived by these principles. Capitalize on the gifts which you've been blessed is more productive. It sets higher expectations, not lower ones. It is the most effective and efficient use of energy and resources, and it's more fun. You'll probably not have the opportunity to observe everything people do exceptionally well. So encourage others to be the keepers and tenders of their own talents. Ask them to study their successes. What do they do best to win situations? How can they do more of that? Inspire them to dream. Tell them they can come to you for these kinds of discussions, that this is one of your great pleasures in life. Transfer the ownership of their gifts to them and support that ownership. As a leader, you have the responsibility to make the most of your organization's resources, and talent is every company's greatest resource. You see talent in others, use your authority to help your associates see their own talents and to maximize those talents by positioning people where they can develop and apply strengths. For every need, there is a person with a gift to match. Recruit and select carefully, and you'll have an organization full of opportunities for brilliance. Leading others for strong maximizer. Schedule time with this person to discuss her strengths in detail and to strategize how and where these strengths can be used to the organization's advantage. She will enjoy these conversations and offer many practical suggestions for how her talents can be best put to use. As much as possible, help this person develop a career path and a compensation plan that will allow her to keep growing toward excellence in her role. She will instinctively want to stay on a strict path and may dislike career structures that force her off this path to increase her earning power. Ask this person to lead a task force to investigate the best practices in your organization. Also ask her to help design a program for measuring and celebrating the productivity of each employee. She will enjoy thinking about what excellence should look like across the organization as well as within each role. And next is positivity. Leading with maximizer. People strongly positivity. People strong in the positivity theme have an enthusiasm that is contagious. They are upbeat and can get others excited about what they are going to do. Build trust. Some people are so accustomed to hearing the negatives pointed out that initially they'll be suspicious of your continued positive remarks. Keep those remarks coming while others to trust over time that you're always going to have an upbeat emphasis in your life and in theirs. Make certain that your praise is always genuine, never empty or false. Research shows that more damage is done through false praise than through criticism. If you believe it, say. If you don't, show your respect for others' intelligence and discernment, and don't yield to the temptation of false flattery. Show compassion. Your positivity makes you naturally liberal with praise. You can't be too generous, especially if people believe they are suffering from too much recognition in their lives. Give praise freely. Make it specific, make it personal. Spread good feelings and genuine appreciation for others. Help others look forward to every interaction they have with you. In hard times, you may be one of the few bright spots in someone's life, a beacon. Never underestimate that role. People will come to you because they need the boost you consistently provide. Let them know that they can. Ask them what they need. You will refresh them. Be a person whose humor is always positive and encouraging. Because of your outlook, you don't resort to deprecating callous humor or sarcasm. This positive approach will surely rub off on others and will influence the atmosphere around you. Provide stability. You have a natural talent to increase people's confidence. Look for ways to catch people doing things right or doing the right things. Affirm them. Watch them become stronger and more certain of themselves as a result of your praise. Your optimism allows you to live solutions that are sometimes less than perfect. As a result, you encourage others to make progress rather than insisting on perfection. Continue to looking for and describing to others potential that exists in less than ideal situations. By doing so, you encourage them to feel free to take risks to improve the situation, even when they don't have the total solution. Create hope. Play up the drama opponents. Even everyone deserves 15 minutes of fame. Perhaps you're the person that sets the stage. Make each person's 15 minutes big enough to count and important enough to last. Your optimism helps others look to the future with anticipation. Talk about the future. Talk about what is possible. Ask others to share the opportunities and possibilities they see. Just saying them out loud helps them become expectations and eventually realities. Sometimes feelings are the result of action. Other times feelings are the cause of poor action. Insist on celebrations. Employ the therapy of laughter and inject music and drama into your organization. This positive impact on the emotional economy will influence your productivity, mutual support, and bottom line. As you create positive environments, be sure to protect and nurture them as much as possible. Insulate yourself and others from chronic whiners, complainers, and malcontents. Prune negativity. It's as contagious as your positivity. You and your group must intentionally spend time in highly positive environments that will invigorate and feed optimism, leading others to strong positivity. Ask this person to help plan events that your organization hosts for your best customers, such as new product launches or user groups. This person's enthusiasm is contagious. Consider this when placing him in project teams. This person likes to celebrate when milestones of achievement have been reached. Ask him for ideas about how to recognize and commemorate the accomplishment. He will be more creative than most. Pay attention to this person's other top themes. If he also possesses strong developer talents, he may prove to be an excellent trainer or teacher because he brings excitement to the classroom. If command is one of his strongest themes, he may excel at selling because he is armed with potential strategy, combination of assertiveness and energy. Positivity. People strong in the positivity theme have an enthusiasm that is contagious. With relator. People who are strong in the relator theme enjoy close relationships with others. They find deep satisfaction in working hard with friends to achieve a goal. Build trust. Important relationships generate confidences. Maintain and build on the trust you have by keeping the confidences with which you are interested. One for each in case of damn. You know that the deepening of a friendship carries inherent risk, but you're more comfortable than most in accepting that fact. Say so, acknowledge it out loud, and tell the other person that the depth of the relationship has created trust on your part and makes you feel safe with disclosure. Show compassion. Make sure you get enough one-on-one time with the key people in your life. Solidify relationships and create emotional energy to share with others. This is what endures, and don't miss opportunities to show that you care. As a strong relator, you may get and give more love and friendship than most people. Tell others that your relationship with them creates happiness in your life. Ask them how it can enhance their happiness. Show them that you care about the quality of their lives by extending compassion, thoughtfulness, and interest in their well-being. Provide stability. Long-term close friendships are deeply fulfilling for you. These might be your family, your personal circle, or your organization. Tell others that you expect those relationships to last your whole life. Set an expectation of ongoing mutual support, understanding, and stability. You are more at home in situations characterized by that are characterized by informal rather than formal systems. But organizations that are growing in size and complexity are likely to require systems that are more formalized. Even in the face of such workplace realities, you can help others know that the core importance of relationships remains constant. Create an informal island in the midst of the vast formal sea of your organization. Create hope. You are a giver, not a taker. But for your generosity to continue, you must ensure that the inflow keeps up the rapid outflow. Identify the people event said really fulfill you and schedule time for them. This will give you even more energy to share with those who look to you for hope. You build relationships that last, giving you a unique depth of perspective on others' lives and triumphs. Help them see the big picture of you. Point out their achievements and patterns of success. Show them in as many ways as you can that their life has made a difference. Leading others with a stronger leader. Help this person identify her colleague's goals. She is more likely to bond with them when she understands their aims and aspirations. Think about asking this person to build a genuine relationship with the critical people you want to retain. She can be a key employee who can help keep good contributors in your organization through relationship building. Pay attention to this person's other strong themes. If she also shows strong evidence of focus, range, or self-assurance, talents, you may have potential to manage others. Employees will always work harder for someone they know will be there for them and who wants them to succeed. She can easily establish these kinds of relationships. This person may very well have the gift of generosity. Draw her attention to it and show her how her generosity helps her influence and connect with those around her. She will appreciate your noticing, and your own relationship with her will be strengthened. Next is responsibility. With relator. People who are strong in the related theme enjoy close relationships with others. Leading with the responsibility. People strong in the responsibility theme take psychological ownership of what they say they will do. They're committed to stable values such as honesty and loyalty. Build trust. You may be the moral conscience for others. One person or organization is involved in something that seems wrong and alarm in your head will go off, and you will feel compelled to address that issue. Go to the source first, ask questions to ascertain the reality and the motive, state your concerns honestly. Whenever possible and ethical, allow others to correct the situation on his or her own. If you're necessary, take the next step to right the wrong and soothe your conscience. It's important to appreciate and recognize people's moral strength and integrity. Make sure you acknowledge and affirm and try to police as often and preferably more often than you point out what's wrong. Others will notice and respect you for this. Show compassion. You can't help but feel responsible for others, especially for the people you care about most. Check in with them frequently. How are they doing? How can you help? Show your compassion every day. If you can, and know that you are adding more to their lives. When you make a mistake that affects someone else, go to that person as quickly as you can and try to make it right. Apologize certainly, but go beyond apology into restitution. Own your errors in relationships, and you will find yourself more easily forgiven. Intimacy will be more quickly restored. Provide stability. Your sense of responsibility naturally creates a feeling of security in others. They know they can depend on you to make sure things get done properly and on time. Rather than shouldering all the responsibility yourself, share some of it so that each team member is contributing to the stability of the group. You're a leader who likes to serve. The service concept is often applied to customers, members, and patrons, but sometimes overlooked when applied to one's followers. Let your followers know about your desire to serve and support them, and that asking for your help is a form of recognition that you appreciate. Create hope. You naturally take ownership of every project you're involved in. Share responsibility by encouraging others to do the same. Be their champion and proactively guide them through the opportunity to experience the challenges of ownership. In doing so, you will contribute to their growth and development. Psychological ownership is a product of making choices. Rather than assigning responsibilities, invoke ownership by allowing people to choose what they will be responsible for contributing. Let them initiate true responsibility beyond mere accepting assignments as much as possible, leading others with strong responsibility. Avoid putting this person in team situations with lackadaisical colleagues. Recognize that this person is a self-starter and requires little supervision to ensure that assignments are completed. Put this person in positions that require unimpeachable ethics. He will not let you down. Periodically ask this person what your responsibilities he'd like to assume. It's motivational for him to volunteer, so give him the opportunity. This person may well impress you with his ability to deliver time in the end, leading you to consider promoting him to management. Be careful. He may much prefer to do a job himself than be responsible for someone else's work, in which case he will find managing others frustrating. It might be better to help him find other ways to grow within the organization. Next is restorative. Leading with responsibility. People strong in the responsibility thing. Leading with the restorative. People strong in the restorative theme are adept at dealing with the problems. They are good for figuring out what is wrong and resolving it. Build trust. People trust you because you close the loop, bring state order, and clean up messes. You restore integrity to systems and make sure that they perform reliably. Let people know that you're willing to do this whenever the need occurs, and they will come to depend on you. You're attracted to situations that others may deem impossible. Tell others that the more it seems like the odds are against you, the more motivated you are to resolve the problem and make things right. They will respect the intensity of your desire to tackle the tough jobs and learn to rely on you. Show compassion. People have such appreciation for your willingness to jump in and solve problems. You desire to put things right. It is a sign that you care. Solve problems before others are even aware they exist, and let people know that you did it. It will demonstrate your concern and commitment. Perhaps you are most needed when people themselves feel broken. Your instincts are to run to them and offer your emotional support. Be a first responder. Reach people in need as quickly as you can and offer your support and love. They will always remember that you help them heal from physical or emotional pain, and that you will count you among them. They will count you among their closest supporters. Provide stability. You are naturally drawn to turn around situations. Use your restorative talents to devise a plan of attack to revitalize a flagging project, organization, business, or team. Others will feel safer knowing that you are on the case. Use your restorative talents to think of ways to problem-proof schedules, systems, and efforts. Knowing that you have done the contingency analysis and taken precautions to prevent mistakes helps others feel secure. Create hope. Use your restorative talents to be the one who asks, how do we take it to the next level? Done is never done because improvement is always possible. Be the instigator and inspiration for ever higher levels of achievement and service. Make certain others don't think that all you can see are flaws and shortcomings. Appreciate people for current levels of service and performance, and when they suggest a way to get even better, encourage their desire for excellence. Leading others to a strong restorative. Position this person in a role in which she is paid to solve problems for your best customers. She enjoys the challenge of discovering and removing obstacles. When this person resolves a problem, make sure to celebrate the achievement. Every wrong situation rises to success for her, and she will need to be viewed as such. Show her that others have come to rely on her ability to dismantle obstacles and move forward. Ask this person how she would like to improve. Agree that these improvements should serve as goals for the following 6 months. She will appreciate the sign of attention and precision. I just want to go naturally, like oak to an oak. Leading with self-assurance. That's next. Leading with restorative. People strong in the restorative theme are adept at dealing with problems. Assurance. People strong in the self-assurance theme feel confident in their ability to manage their own lives. They possess an inner compass that gives them confidence that their decisions are right. Build trust. Surprise others by admitting the mistakes, wrong turns, and poor decisions you've made in the past. People may not expect someone who is so confident to willingly disclose failures. Actually, conquering your failures is what has made you certain that you can overcome whatever challenges you face. Be vulnerable and show others that your strength springs from that very vulnerability. It will help them trust that you are genuine. Share the fact that you sometimes face fears when you make decisions. It's not that you don't find decisions daunting. You simply ask yourself, if not me, then who? Once you have the best information you can gather, you know that it's time to take action. By better understanding how you approach decision making, others can see that you are indeed trustworthy. Show compassion. Some people are drawn to you because of your self-assurance. Your confidence boisters theirs. They may not give themselves the credibility they deserve for their ability to make good decisions, build solid relationships, or create success in their lives. Your belief system says, of course you can. You remember their success is much more than their failures, and you can readily recall them in detail. With a cheering, supportive friend like you, they can venture out and try. You are undeniably independent and self-sufficient, and yet you need to give and receive love. You are human after all. When you build a relationship, consider what you can contribute to someone else's life, and consider what they can contribute to yours. If you don't need anyone, how can the important people in your life feel valued? Think about how much others make your life happier and more fulfilling, and let them know. Tell them you need them. Tell them why. Provide stability, confidence. You have it in spades. Share stories of previous successes to help others realize that your confidence is based on experience. That will calm people when you choose a huge goal and say we can do it. If you must, you can. Use this at age to help people understand that when there are no options, they have the strength and wherewithal to do what is required of them. Inaction is not an option. The only choice is to make the best decision with the available facts and make a move. When considering a new task or venture, carefully reflect on the talent, skills, and knowledge it will require. A symbol of solid team. Be prepared to give them the helm to someone else, and if your talents aren't the best fit for the role, people will appreciate your capacity to defer to an expert and make certain they're in capable hands. This will give them comfort and security. Create hope. Set ambitious goals. Don't hesitate to reach for others. What others see as impractical and impossible, but what you see as merely bold and exciting, and most importantly achievable with some heroics and a little luck. Your self-assurance talents can lead you, your family, and your colleagues, and your organization to achievements that they will otherwise not have imagined. Ask others if they have set their goals high enough, and they may not dare to dream as big as you do. If you can contribute to a loftier picture than they currently see, you can launch bigger lives. Leading others with strong self-assurance. Position this person in a role where persistence is essential to success. He has the self-confidence to stay the course despite pressure to change direction. Give this person a role that demands an aura of certainty and stability. At critical moments, his inner authority will calm his colleagues and his customers. Support this person's self-confidence that he is an agent of action. Reinforce it with comments such as, it's up to you, you make it happen, or raise your intuition saying, let's go with your gut. Understand this person may have beliefs about what he can do that might not relate to his actual talents. Give this person strong talents and themes such as futuristic focus, significant, or ranger. He may well be a potential leader within your organization. Leading with significance. People strong in significance themes next. Leading with self-assurance. People strong in Leading with significance. People strong in significance, they want to be very important in the eyes of others. They're independent and want to be recognized. Build trust. Share your desire for achieving big goals. Be very candid about what motivates you and ask the same of others. This will lead to shared trust. Your impact on the world is almost entirely dependent on the number of people who believe in you as a leader. Always be true to who you are in and off the stage, and people will see your authenticity. Show compassion. Your aspirations will usually be higher than other people's. During the long, steep climb toward the summit, be sure to reward yourself and others by recognizing and celebrating milestones. Reiterate the significance of the goal and the importance of each individual's contribution to it. Tell them what valued partners they are in this venture, and back up those words by giving them a stake and prize. If your partnership is successful, you may be together for a long time. Applause, appreciation, and affirmation from a valued audience will push you to ever higher levels of performance. Whose approval you do most value? A parent, a sibling, a teacher, or a boss, your significant other. Have you told them how critical your approval is to your very existence? Let them know how much you care about their opinions. Share with them the moments that mattered. Make sure that they understand the power of their perception and the valuable role they play in your motivation and in your life. Provide stability. Lasting impact matters to you. You want to build something that makes a difference beyond the immediate moment. Share that desire with others. Help them know that your vision is not for immediate glory, but for the long haul. They will feel better knowing how deep your commitment goes. Leading crucial teams or significant projects brings out your best. Your greatest motivation may come when the stakes are at their highest. Let others know that when the game is on the line, you want the ball. They will be comforted by your confidence to take risks and carry the responsibility on your own shoulders. Great hope. You spend time thinking of what you will achieve and what it will mean to the present as well as to the future. Help others consider their legacy. Ask them what they are all about. What do they want to be known for? What do they want to leave behind? Give them a vision that looks past the moment and help them assess the choices they are making every day. Your significance talents often put you in the spotlight. Use this opportunity to direct positive attention toward others. Your ability to champion others and set them up for success may be the best measure of your significance. Leading others with strong significance. Arrange for this person to stand out for the right reasons, or she may try to impress it. Try to make it happen herself, perhaps inappropriately. Position this person so that she can associate with credible, productive, professional people. She likes to surround herself with the best. Encourage this person to praise other top achievers in the group. She encourages and enjoys making other people feel successful. When this person makes claims to excellence, she will help their picture. When this person makes claims to excellence, and she will help her picture the strengths she will have to develop to realize these claims. When coaching her, don't ask her to lower her aspirations. Instead, suggest that she keep benchmarks for developing relevant strengths. Because this person places such a premium on perceptions of others, her self-esteem can suffer when people don't give her the recognition she deserves. At these times, draw her attention back to her strengths and encourage her to set new goals and based on them. These goals will help re-energize her. Being strategic. People around strategic think create alternative ways to proceed. Faced with any given scenario, they can quickly spot the relevant patterns and issues. Build trust. When making decisions, discuss options candidly and thoroughly with those involved. Help them learn to trust your process of examining all alternatives and working toward the optimal solution. Be aware of your own biases. Are you weighing possibilities objectively or leaning toward personal desires and comfort levels? Give each option its due, and list the help of a good thinking partner to ensure that your decisions are for the right reasons. Others will respect your integrity and your desire for objectivity. Show compassion. Apply your strategic thinking to your relationships. Write down a list of people who have the most positive influence in your life, and then map out specific things you can do to reinvest even more time and effort in each relationship. What are your goals for family, close friends? What are their goals? Turn your strategic thinking talents toward these intimate partners in your life. Does someone have a dream but is seeing only obstacles? Does someone feel stuck somewhere with no options? You can help others circumvent a rocky path by pointing out alternate routes, showing that you care by helping them discover the possibilities. Provide stability. Take time to study the strategies employed by effective leaders you respect or admire. Input equals output. The insights you gather are likely to have a stimulating and resourceful effect on your own strategic thinking. Make others aware that you are not bound by your own thinking and that your options and choices are supported by research. When they see the historical perspective and outside counsel you value, they'll appreciate the status, the stable foundation upon which ideas are built. While others may consider only the tried and true road, you'll also see the many possibilities that could result from taking a road less traveled. Set aside specifically, especially for considering what ifs, and position yourself as a leader in that area. Explain your belief that focusing only on what has gone before may be more limiting than it is enlightening, and help others understand that all options will be carefully weighed. Your open-minded consideration will give others a sense of certainty that you're always on the lookout for the best path to take. Create hope. Make sure that you're involved in the front end of new initiatives or enterprises. Your innovative yet methodical approach will be critical to the genesis of a venture because it will keep its creators from developing counterproductive tunnel vision, broadening their view and increase their chances for success. Your strategic thinking will be necessary to keep an achievable vision from deteriorating into a mere pipe dream. Lead people and organizations to fully consider all possible paths toward making a vision a reality. Wise forethought can remove obstacles before they appear and inspire others to move forward. Make yourself known as a resource for consultation with those who are stumped by a particular problem or are hindered by an obstacle or barrier. By naturally seeing a way when others are convinced there is no way, you encourage them and lead them to success, leading others with strong strategy. Position this person on the leading edge of your organization. His ability to anticipate problems and their solutions will be invaluable. Ask him to sort through all the possibilities and find the best way forward for your department. Suggest that he report back on the most effective strategy. Recognize this person's strong strategic talents by sending him to a strategic planning or future-oriented seminar. The content will sharpen his ideas. This person is likely to have a talent for putting his ideas and thoughts into words. To refine his thinking, ask him to present his ideas to his colleagues or try to develop them for internal distribution. And last of all is Woo. That's next. Leading with Woo. People strong in the Woo theme love the challenge of meeting new people and winning them over. They derive satisfaction from breaking the ice and making a connection with another person. Build trust. You're naturally charm others. Be certain that you do it with integrity so they can trust you whenever it matters. Otherwise, you may have contacts but not followers. Others may share a good deal of information with you even on a first meeting. How can you collect and store that information so that individuals feel like their contributions are valued and unnecessarily protected? Invest in a system for maintaining contact with key people and logging important details of conversations. Make sure to exercise discretion when these details may be sensitive so others will trust you and continue to keep in contact. Show compassion. Your Woo friends and fans, wherever you go, it's important to you that some of those contacts develop into long-lasting partnerships. Consider how to make those individuals feel a special connection with you. Beyond the quick relationship you build with everyone you meet, how can you take important relationships to the next level? Invest the time and consideration necessary to do so. Leaders continuously build networks of trust, support, and communication by contacting and relating with a wide range of people. By building a constituency, leaders make an impact across barriers of time, distance, and culture. Create a map of your social network to define how broad you can go while still maintaining genuine connection. Provide civility. Share the breadth and depth of your network with others. Knowing that you have contacts everywhere can help people feel sure that you are in on the latest information and confident in the support you can expect when you need it. Get out and talk to your customers and your competitors or get involved with the community. Effective leaders don't think their influence stops with organizational walls, but rather recognize the larger network of affiliation and employee influence within it. Enjoy a wider base of support, helps others ensure the continued existence of organizations and opportunities for their expansion. Create hope. Your Woo talents give you the ability to quicken the pulse of your organization. Recognize the power of your presence and how you can inspire and exchange ideas. By simply starting conversations that engage your associations and bring talented people together, you will help dramatically improve individual and organizational performance. All of your meeting and greeting is sure to produce information that's valuable to others. Information from the customers, superiors, and colleagues of those you are trying to help and guide. Wherever you can, spread the good news and not the gossip. Let others know what you're doing well and how they're being perceived. What they're doing well and how they're being perceived. Share with them the product of your wide-ranging influence and help them feel affirmed when they succeed at pleasing others. Leading others with strong Woo. Place this person at your organization's initial point of contact with the outside world. Help this person refine her system for remembering the names of the people she meets. Set a goal for her to learn the names of and a few personal details about as many customers as possible. She can help your organization make many connections in the marketplace. Unless this person also has strong talents and themes such as empathy and rigor, don't expect her to enjoy a role in which she's asked to build close relationships with your customers instead. She may prefer to meet and greet, win over, and move on to the next prospect. This person's strong Woo talents will win you over and cause you to like her. When considering her for new roles and responsibilities, make sure that you look past your fondness to her genuine strengths. Don't let her Woo dazzle you. If possible, ask this person to be the builder of goodwill for your organization and your community. Have you ever represent your organization at community clubs and meetings? Leading with Woo. People strong in the Woo theme. Other words cited by followers include honesty, integrity, and respect. Compassion. Other words cited by followers include caring, friendship, happiness, and love. Stability. Other words cited by followers include security, strength, support, and peace. Hope. Other words cited by followers include direction, faith, and guidance. Trust. Other Courageous Leadership by Bill Hybels, founding pastor of Willow Tree Community Church. This book is written not long after 9/11, the attacks on the Twin Towers, World Trade Center, and he writes in here about courageous leadership during such trepidous time. Um, 1. Stakes of leadership. 2. Leaders must point their weapon. The power of vision. 3. Getting it done leadership. Turning vision into activity. 4. Building a kingdom dream team communities close to a leader's heart. 5. The resource challenge. The test of a leader's mettle. 6. Developing emerging leaders when leaders are at their best. 7. Discovering and developing your own leadership style. The key to high impact leading. 8. A leader's sixth sense. The source of decision making. The sources of decision making. 9. The art of self-leadership. The 360-degree leader. 10. The leader's prayer. God mold and shape me to my full leadership potential. The leader's pathway of vital walk with God. Developing and enduring spirit. Sing the course. I don't like saying the word leader, so I may not listen to these very much, but it's still exciting for some reason. Maximizing leadership activity. Have you yielded yourself fully enough to God? Have you asked God to unveil His vision for your life, or are you asking to bless the plan that you've already come up with? We must come to God with empty hands and an open heart and ask, what is your vision for my life? Have you fasted? Have you prayed? Have you been quiet and waiting on God in solitude? Have you cleaned up sinful patterns in your life? Have you weeded out the distractions and ambient noise that would keep you from hearing what God is trying to say to you? Have you really read avidly? Have you traveled widely? Have you visited a variety of ministries around the world? Have you exposed yourself to the kaleidoscope of visions that God has given to others so that you can be inspired by the variety of options? If not, go out there, see what God is doing. Dun, 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 dun. I can do it all. Jesus is all I know. What do you use the Holy Spirit? Oh, sorry, it's not very professional of me. I apologize. Let's see. Building a kingdom dream team. Was Jesus last year's fair? Say love you life will take care of it? Absolutely not. Not everything that happens is God's will. Everything that happens is God's will. It's God's will for me to tell you that not everything that happens is God's will. Try to look up the chapter on leadership style and read through that. That was my dad's favorite thing to talk about. 39. One, visionary leadership style. What distinguishes leaders is he or she has crystal clear picture in his mind what the future could hold. Such a leader casts powerful visions and has an indefatigable enthusiasm for turning those visions into reality. Visionary leadership shamelessly appeals to anybody and everybody to get on board with their vision. They talk about it, write about it, but not wide operate themselves. They are idealistic, faithful leaders who wholeheartedly believe that if they cast their vision clearly enough and often enough, it will become reality. They are not easily discouraged or deterred. People tell them it can't be done just well, but feel the fire of their spirit. They respond to opposition by digging in their heels and raising their voices even louder. Let them affirm their truths and they will slash vision all over them. Vision leaders may or may not have the natural ability to form teams of one talents, set goals, or manage progress toward achievement of the vision. To be effective for the long haul, they'll have to either find the people who can help them, or they'll have to work very hard to develop the skills they don't come naturally to them. But this one thing is sure: they carry the vision, they cast the vision, they draw people into it, and they'll die trying to fulfill it. Do you know anybody with visionary style of leadership? Is it yours or someone on your team? The directional leadership style. The directional style of leadership doesn't get much press, but it is exceedingly important. The strength of this leader is his or her uncanny God-given ability to choose the right path for an organization as it approaches a critical intersection. What do I mean by this? A critical intersection is that point when an organization, a department, or a church starts asking, should we stay the course or is it time for wholesale change? Should we focus on growth or on consolidation? Should we start new ministries or deepen and improve existing ones? Should we build a new facility, renovate the old one, or relocate? Should we start a contemporary service or update our traditional service? Should we start a Gen X ministry or work harder to integrate younger attendees into our existing ministries? Should we steer the organization 50 degrees to either side of the course we're presently taking? Is it time for some fresh staff, or can we keep on dancing with those who brought us here? Which course should we take? These are directional issues and they're huge. So huge that they often immobilize a church or sub-ministry. But a leader with directional style is able to sort through all the options. He or she can carefully assess the values of the organization, the mission, the strengths, the weaknesses, the resources, the personnel, and the openness to change. With remarkable wisdom, the directional leader points the church or sub-ministry in the right direction. This style of leadership is extremely important because mistakes at key intersections can wreck organizations. In the Old Testament, shortly after Solomon's death, his son Rehoboam became king. Almost immediately, the new king encountered his first critical intersection. Representatives of the people in his kingdom came to him requesting that their workloads be reduced. Solomon had worked the people to the point of utter exhaustion. Would Rehoboam do the same? When Rehoboam told his counselors, he received mixed advice. All of their counselors advised him to ease up. The younger ones countered with him and load him up. Unfortunately, he listened to the younger voices and made the wrong call. At a critical intersection, it destroyed the kingdom. One intersection, one call, but so much can hang in balance for the church or ministry at these critical points. Directionalist leaders may or may not have high profile in an organization. They may or may not be able to stand up in front of people and excel at public leadership, but their unique style makes an exceedingly important contribution to the whole. There are two individuals on our board of directors with whom I consult privately before I make a move at any critical intersection. While I value the input of every board member, I feel very uncomfortable moving ahead on any important issues unless these two board members give me a green light. Twice during the early years of my leadership, before I understood the contributions to the style of leadership, I chose to go after and against the judgment of these two men. Both times will have paid dearly. I have long since learned to defer to seasoned directional leaders. Interestingly, neither of these directional leaders feels comfortable speaking publicly. Neither exhibits many other signs of leadership, but they are directional monsters, two of the sacred heroes of Willow. The strategic leadership style. Strategic leaders have the God-given ability to take an exciting vision and break it down into a series of sequential, achievable steps. This gift of leadership allows an organization to march intentionally toward the actualization of its mission. Visions excite people, they inspire people, and compel people into action. But unless people eventually see progress toward the fulfillment of the vision, they will conclude that the vision caster is just a dream or blowing smoke and their morale will plummet. Strategically oriented leaders form a game plan that everybody can understand and participate in. Then they challenge team members to work the plan. They say don't get off on tangents, don't get distracted, just put one foot in front of the other according to the plan. Come to work and do what needs to be done today to take the first step. Then tomorrow take the next step and then the next. Stay with the plan and you'll reach the goal. And that's what happens under a strategic leader. The game plan eventually leads to the actualization of the vision. A strategic leader will also strive to bring the variety of subgroups of an organization into alignment so that all the organization's energy will be focused toward realizing the dream. As I mentioned earlier, In the mid-90s, I felt the need to develop a 5-year strategic plan for the well, yet I knew I wasn't the leader to quarterback that effort. Why? I'm not strong enough as a strategist, so I asked my executive pastor, Greg Hawkins, to head up that effort because he's the strongest strategic leader on our team. Not only did Greg develop and plan and present the plan, but he managed it to completion as well. No one on our team was better suited to play that role. Every church and every organization needs someone who provides this critical strategic component to the leadership team, the managing leadership style. According to some leadership literature, the term managing leader is an oxymoron. That's because some leadership experts draw careful distinctions between what managers do and what leaders do. It is often said that leaders do right things while managers do things right. I agree with certain distinctions commonly drawn between managers and leaders, but when referring to a managing leadership style, I'm describing a leader who has the ability to organize people, processes, and resources to achieve a mission. The managing leader salivates at the thought of bringing order out of chaos. He or she finds deep satisfaction in monitoring and fine-tuning a process and motivating team members by establishing appropriate mile markers on the road to the destination. It's surprising how many visionary leaders are inept at managing people, processes, and money. It's also surprising how many rational and strategic leaders are capable of acting after putting the players and plans and resources in place to achieve the goals of the organization. Around the leadership circles, I will often say, sooner or later someone's going to have to manage all of this stuff. Because we've always had an abundance of visionary, directional, and strategic leaders and a shortage of managing leaders, we have a tendency to come up with lots of ideas that nobody has capacity or inclination to carry out. Managing leaders seldom captivate attention as those who give the inspiring vision talks or make the critical decisions to put the strategic plans in place. But in the day-to-day operational world, someone has to manage people and progress to move the organization toward its goals. I have a growing appreciation for managing leaders. These days, I'm on the constant lookout for people that can make this kind of leadership contribution both to the church and to the Willow Creek Association. I think Joseph in the Old Testament was an excellent managing leader. Nehemiah was one as well. Both these men have effectively accomplished and organized huge tasks. The motivational leadership style. Leaders with the motivational style are the modern Vince Lombardis. They have that God-given ability to keep their teammates fired up. They're on the constant lookout for saggy shoulders and dull eyes, and they move quickly to inject the right kind of inspiration into those who need it most. They have a keen sense of sense about who needs public recognition, who needs just a private word of encouragement. They seem to know exactly when a particular team member will get a necessary boost from a day off in an office move, a title change, or a training opportunity. Some leaders view the motivational approach as lightweight style leadership, but it's a huge mistake to underestimate the value of this style. As a team member, I'd be glad to do with a low voltage vision caster. I'd be glad to meet with a low voltage vision caster, an occasional event called an intersection or periodic lapse of managerial effectiveness. If the leader I reported to consistently fired me up, call out my best, share on my progress, celebrate my accomplishments, and tell me how important to the cause, I would follow a leader like that to the grave. Motivational leaders realize that even our best teammates get tired out and lose focus. Sometimes our most dependable colleagues experience mission drift or start to wonder if what they're doing is really matters to God or anyone else. Motivational leaders don't get bitter or vengeful when morale sinks. They view it as an opportunity to dream of new ways to inspire and uplift the spirits of everyone on the team. Jesus consistently motivated his disciples. He changed Simon's name and honored him as Peter, the rock on which he would build his church. He motivated his followers with promises and rewards in this life and the next. He planned getaways and retreats. Do you know what many teammates desire more than anything else? An hour or two to spend with their leader when there is no pressing agenda on the flip chart. An occasional opportunity to interact with their leader as a fellow human being rather than a worker under his or her command. Jesus often took his disciples and escaped from ministry concerns. He'd say, now is not the time to take it out, it's the time to stick to the bottom of one. And so let's go. Or this would be a nice evening for just hanging out together. Let's go fishing and then come back and good supper on the beach. Can you imagine how much the disciples cherished those times? Jesus also motivated his disciples by the way he trained them. After mentoring them, he sent them out 2 by 2 to do ministry. When they returned, he reviewed what they had experienced and provided feedback for them. Then he would say something like this: I want to call you friends. I know this isn't the traditional and personal corporate arrangement, but this is the way I want it. This is the way I want it. Think of us as family. Imagine the motivational power of Jesus' gift of friendship. John Maxwell, president of Enjoy, is one of the most effective motivational leaders I've ever known. My wife kids me when John and I do conferences together on the road. She says, oh no, you're going to come back on an adrenaline rush. And when I call her at night from motel, she always asks, so just how much fun did you two have today? And I'm always happy to report way too much illegal amounts. The fun comes in part from how much we inspire each other. As I'm preparing to speak at the conference, John sometimes whispers to me, this is going to be the best talk you ever have given in your life. Or you'll pray for me, oh God, take Bill to a whole new level this morning. Often I'll pray a similar prayer for him. On one occasion, John took a unique motivational approach. I was feeling ill on one of our trips together, fighting high fever and nausea. I had found a couch in the back room of the conference center and had collapsed on it, wishing I could spend the next day and a half there. But both John and I felt that the talk I was scheduled to deliver was important for everyone to hear. Knowing my inability to back off from a challenge, John knows by the couch and whispered, I think you're too sick to handle this final talk, but don't worry, I can handle it for you. You just snuggle down under those blankets and suck your thumb. I'll bet you together talk and bail you out. My response was immediate: get out of my way. I'll fall over and die before I let you do that. John's tremendous motivator, twisted at times, but a wonderful motivational leader just the same. If you're that kind of leader, don't ever underestimate what you bring to your team. God has given you a special ability to use it. For what it's worth, I'd sign up for your team any day. The shepherding leadership style. The shepherding leader is a man or woman who builds a team slowly, loves team members deeply, nurtures them gently, supports them consistently, listens to them patiently, and prays for them diligently. This kind of leadership draws the team leaders into such rich community experience that their heart begins to overflow goodwill that energizes them for achieving the mission. While visionary leaders tend to attract people because of the compelling nature of their cause, shepherding leaders tend to draw people together almost regardless of their cause. In other words, shepherding leaders tend to shepherd and nurture a group of folks so thoroughly, so deeply, that when it comes to the cause, teammates are often heard to say, the cause didn't matter all that much. If it's a God-honoring mission that we can do together, count me in. As long as we can stay in community and keep our shepherd, we'll do it. Under a shepherding leader, the range of vision can be very broad. What really matters are the community dynamics. In 2 Samuel 23, we read that David, at the beginning of his leadership career, drew together a group of lonely and disaffected followers. Then he built them deeply and shepherded them lovingly. One night, during a period of intense struggle with their Philistine Philistine enemies, David happened to mention that he was thirsty and longed for water from the wells of Bethlehem. In response to David's longing, unknown to him, 3 members of his team crept behind enemy lines, risking their lives to bring David water from Bethlehem's wells. The deep care David's teammates had received from him made them want to return love and service back to him. When they presented the water to David, he was extremely moved, realizing that the men had risked their lives for his sake. He was so moved, in fact, that he refused to drink it. Far from it, O Lord, to do this, he said. In other words, I can't drink water that men risked their lives for. Instead, the Bible tells us that David poured it out before the Lord. I can't help but think that in this worship offering, David was celebrating not only the greatness of his God, but also the love of his team. Leaders must remember that although there are many causes-driven people who are waiting to be drawn into a mission by a visionary leader, there are also plenty of community-starved people who need to be welcomed onto a team where they can be nurtured and loved. Only then will they be motivated to answer the call of a cause. Without tender care, they will hold back, but shepherding lovingly, leading joyfully, they will joyfully pursue almost any kingdom purpose with loyal dedication. Do you know any shepherding leaders? Respect what they are bringing to the kingdom. They may not excel at casting visions or putting strategic plans in place, but their unique ability to shepherd people positions them to make a huge kingdom difference. The team-building leadership style. The team-building leader knows the vision and understands how to achieve it, but realizes it will take a team of leaders and workers to accomplish the goal. Team builders have a supernatural insight into people that allow them to successfully find and develop the right people, the right abilities, the right character, and the right chemistry with other team members. Then good team builders know how to put these people in the right positions for the right reasons, thus bringing them to produce the right results. When the appropriate people have been placed in appropriate positions, the team-building leader says to the appointed team, you know what we're trying to do, you know what part of the mission you're responsible for, you know what part the rest of us around the circle are responsible for, so head out, get on it with it, work hard in your department, communicate with your co-laborers, create action, get the job done. The difference between the shepherding leader and the team-building leader is that the team builder is driven more by a clear understanding of the vision than by the desire to nurture and build community. Of course, building teams always involves building community, but the unique strength of team-building leaders is that they have a stranglehold on the strategy and an acute insight into people that allow them to make precise placements of personal and critical leadership roles. Leaders gifted as team builders may or may not excel at managing their teams. In fact, many of them reason that management isn't all that critical anyway. If the right people are in the right slots doing the right things for the right reasons, these people will accomplish their goals whether or not there's someone looking over their shoulders. Now, of course, team building teams always involves building community, but the unique strength of team builder leaders is that they have a stranglehold on the strategy and acute insight into people that allow them to make the precise placements of personnel into critical leadership roles. When Phil Jackson coached the Chicago Bulls basketball team during their 4 years, he demonstrated this leadership style. He selected the right people for specific roles and made his expectations clear. Michael Jordan, you score 30 or 40 points a game and lead and inspire your teammates. Dennis Rodman, you get 20 rebounds a game and mess with their position's mind. And after the game, go versus Dragon, mess with everybody's mind. Scottie Pippen, you scored your 15 points, get 10 rebounds, and play huge defense. Luke Longley, you just drape yourself over their big guy. Ron Harper, you stop their best shooter, then get the ball to Michael and Scotty. Tony Kukoc, you come off the bench and spark the team. Finding the right people to do the right things consistent with their best skills is the hallmark of the team-building leadership style. While I have been reluctant to mention my own leadership styles, I suspect it has become obvious by now that I love to build teams. Through my leadership life, I have been motivated by the goal of putting together a kingdom dream team, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah. Courageous Leadership by Bill Hybels, founding pastor of Willow Creek Community Church. Reluctant to mention my own leadership styles, I suspect it has become obvious by now that I love to build teams. Throughout my leadership life, I've been motivated by the goal of putting together a kingdom dream team. As I mentioned earlier, part of what brings me tremendous joy and almost unlimited energy at this point in my life is I know I'm in the midst of realizing the dream. The communicators who share teaching responsibilities with me at Willow are phenomenal. Our music, drama, and dance teams are amazing. Willow's management team, board of directors, and elders, along with the board of senior leadership team for the Willow Creek Association, they are all kingdom dream teams. While I was writing this chapter in Burger King in South Haven, Michigan, tears rolled down my cheeks, and I thought, there's nothing like drawing together the right people and putting them in the right positions. There's nothing like forming a kingdom dream team and watching it soar to higher and higher levels of impact. I can't deny it. The heart of a team builder beats in our chest. Maybe it beats in yours too. The entrepreneurial leadership style. The entrepreneurial leadership style is unique to us. Entrepreneurial leaders may possess any of the other leadership styles. But what distinguishes these leaders from others is that they function optimally in startup mode. If these leaders can't regularly give birth to something new, they begin to lose energy. Once a venture is up and operational, once the effort requires steady ongoing management, once things get complicated and require endless discussions about policies, systems, and controls, then most entrepreneurial leaders lose enthusiasm, focus, and sometimes even confidence. At that point, they start peeking over the fence and wondering if it might be time to start moving to something new. They may feel terribly guilty at the thought of leaving the ministry, organization, or department they started, but eventually they have to face the truth. If they can't give birth to something brand new for a few years, something inside them starts to die. That's just their style, and it's important in the kingdom. I believe the Apostle Paul was an entrepreneurial leader. The entrepreneurial leadership style is a unique twist. Entrepreneurial leaders may possess any of the other leadership styles, but what distinguishes these leaders from the others is that they function optimally in startup mode. If these leaders can't regularly give birth to something new, they begin to lose energy. Once a venture is up and operational, once the effort requires steady ongoing management, once things get complicated and require endless discussions about policies, systems, and controls, then most entrepreneurial leaders lose enthusiasm, focus, and sometimes even confidence. At that point, they start peeking over the fence and wondering if it might be some time to start something new. They may feel terribly guilty at the thought of leaving the ministry in Jesus, organization, or department they started, but eventually they have to face the truth. If they can't give birth to something brand new every few years, something inside of them starts to die. That's just their style, and it's important in the kingdom. I believe the Apostle Paul was an entrepreneurial leader. He pioneered and built churches in areas where the name of Christ was not yet known. After launching these churches, he turned them over to other people who could run them so that he could move on without apology. He may not have described himself with these exact words, but he obviously knew how he was gifted and how he could most optimally serve the kingdom. There are entrepreneurial leaders that will who start ministries, grow them for a while, and then announce that it's time for someone else to take them over. The next thing we know, these same leaders are starting new ministries, and we're scrambling to find people to take over these programs as well. The times I've had to deliver ultimatums, no more starting stuff. We've actually had to invite a few leaders off for stuff because they could not resist the temptation to start new ministries. Go someplace else and start things. We finally have to tell them we need 15 managing leaders to stabilize and grow the ministries you've already started. The last thing we need right now is another half-grown ministry. But how the kingdom of God to be managed of entrepreneurial leaders, stop creating new dreams and starting new ventures. The re-engineering leadership style. While entrepreneurial leaders love to start new endeavors, re-engineering leaders are at their best to turn around environments. These leaders are gifted by God to thrive on the challenges. The challenge of taking a troubled situation, a team that's lost its vision, a ministry of people are in wrong positions, a department trying to move forward without a strategy, and turning it around. This leader says, "This is my lucky day. I get to start re-engineering this mess." These leaders enthusiastically begin to uncover the original mission and the cause of the mission drift. They reevaluate personnel, strategy, and values. They repeatedly meet with team members to help them figure out where the old went wrong and what the new should look like. Then they prod team members onto action. Re-engineering leaders love to patch up, tune up, and revitalize hurting departments or organizations. But when everything is back on track and operating smoothly, these leaders may or may not be motivated to stay engaged. Some of them are content to stick around and enjoy the fruits of their labors, but many prefer to find another department or organization that needs to be overhauled. When they find one, they start salivating. Would you like that kingdom train wreck? Would you look at that kingdom train wreck? They say. If I get my hands on all that twisted metal, I know I can turn it into something great for God. I wasn't aware of this leadership style until about 15 years into leadership level. At that point, we were facing a huge challenge. After growing at a high rate for a decade and a half, all our systems seemed to be falling apart at once. The analogy we used to describe our situation at that time was that we had unknowingly built a 20-story building on a 10-story foundation. The building had held up for a while, but now before our eyes, the infrastructure was starting to give way. One ministry after the next was beginning to crumble. At this time, a very gifted leader joined our staff. The more I got to know him, the more I liked him. The only problem was that he didn't want to start anything, shepherd anything, or manage anything long term. I strongly sensed that the guy was a leader, so not knowing how else to use him, we signed him to help reorganize some very messy departments. 10 years later, we stood in awe of what this individual had accomplished in rebuilding some of the most vital ministries: pastoral care, children's ministry, programming, operations, and many others. This man became a legend around Willow without even starting a single ministry in Christ, or leading anyone long term to Jesus. We say, "Yay, God!" every time we see him and walk the hallways below, knowing that his ability to re-engineer rescued some of our most strategic ministries from untimely depths. I believe that God has placed re-engineering leaders in every church. It's your job and mine to find them and put them to work. Number 10, the bridge building leadership style. Though there are additional leadership styles that could be mentioned, for the purposes of this book, I'd like to end with the bridge building style. While author Gary Willis calls this the electoral or policy style, or political style, I call it the bridge building style because I'm referring to it outside of a political framework. Bridge building leaders make important contributions to large organizations such as a patriarchal ministry, denominations, educational institutions because they have the unique ability to bring together under a single leadership umbrella a wide range of constituent groups. This enables complex organizations to stay focused on a single mission. The unique gift that bridge building leaders bring to the suite is enormous flexibility. They are diplomats who possess a supernaturally inspired ability to compromise and negotiate. They're especially gifted to listen, understand, and think outside of the box. But above everything else, bridge builders love the challenge of relating to diverse groups of people. In startup ventures, leaders are usually surrounded by family members and close friends who share their exciting new vision. All goes well until that little startup group doubles or triples in size. New people bring new leadership challenges. How do all these new people fit into the original group? What happens when the leadership seems to be divided? How do you maintain optimal group dynamics? How does the point leader relate to all of these people? Now imagine leading a mega church or large church organization made up of scores of well-defined constituencies. Many of these special interest groups care little about the overall vision of the umbrella ministry. They simply want to make sure that their particular concerns are attended to. I talked to a pastor recently who was pulling out old feast strands of hair he had left. I'm dying, he said. The choir wants a new design roads, and the youth group wants a new gymnasium. The missions department wants to give another $1 million away in the children's ministry, want to put classrooms. The production people want new equipment, the seniors want large print hymnals. The Gen Xers want to turn the boardroom into a pitching bar, and the junior high department wants a skateboard park. The variety of those requests and the velocity at which they were coming overwhelmed him. He had begun to view each of these sub-ministries as the enemy. The subtext of his claim was, "I can't live my life like this. I can't stand being pulled in so many directions." As I listened to him, I realized that this man was not built to head up an organization of that complexity. Leading in such an environment would never energize him. Most likely, it would continue to be a defeating experience. To maximize his leadership potential, he would probably have to move to a less complex situation. In contrast, bridge building leaders are most energized when facing the challenge of drawing together and meeting the needs of their constituents. These leaders are joyfully meet privately with the heads of various sub-ministries, understand their actions and their goals. After building relationships of trust, the bridge builders will try to refine the vision of each sub-leader, negotiating with them until their goals work in harmony with the overall vision and mission of the larger organization. The goal of a bridge building leader is to become an effective advocate for each constituent group, ultimately uniting and focusing the efforts of all the groups in such a way that it creates a win-win situation for everyone involved. The bridge builder does this by helping each group develop a healthier perspective and realize that they can meet the needs of their sub-ministry and contribute to the achievement of the overall mission as well. Dealing with complexities of bridge building leaders forte. Large organizations must be led by such leaders. 4 steps in discovering and developing your leadership style. The first step in identifying your own leadership style is to review the style descriptions offered in this chapter. You may find yourself resonating with one style of leadership or with several. After you've identified your style or styles, share your discovery with people who are familiar with your leadership. Ask them if they agree with your conclusion. Self-assessment can be confusing, so it's important to seek input from other people. Second, you must determine whether or not style fits your current leadership situation. This can be a delicate and potentially painful process, but it is extremely important to determine whether or not your leadership should actually fit the role you are being expected to fill. For example, if you are an entrepreneurial leader in a 100-year-old church that is not interested in starting anything new ever, you'll probably end up blowing the place apart. If you're managing a leader in an organization that is dying for lack of vision, you'll eventually find yourself with nothing left to lead. In your case, you have some difficult decisions to make. But know this, there are undoubtedly many situations where your leadership style would sync perfectly with the given needs. Your challenge is to determine whether or not you're in that kind of situation now. The first step is to determine the leadership style of each person on your team. Do this together by reading leadership style descriptions and circling where each person is high and low. There are 2 reasons why you need to understand each team member's leadership style. First, it helps you make sure that each team member is matched with the leadership needed that allows him or her to have the greatest impact. Second, it allows you to determine what leadership function is lacking on your team and what style of leadership you should add next, either as a permanent staff member or as a guest contributor. I believe there are some leadership styles without which an organization cannot survive, and I'm convinced that many organizations suffer because they aren't aware of this. Every organization, be it a church, college, university, hospital, or business, needs a visionary leader who can communicate a clear vision in a compelling way. Organizations that aren't sustained by a captivating vision eventually die. Every organization also needs a workable strategy. If there's nobody on your team who can put together a step-by-step plan for turning vision into reality, then you had better find a strategic leader willing to join you or hire a consultant who can assist you. You won't move forward without someone who can consistently offer expertise in this area. You may think your team can function fine without someone contributing motivational or shepherding strengths, but don't think again. Every team needs someone who is gifted in lifting human spirit. The final step is to commit yourself not only to developing your strongest leadership style, but also to grow in the areas in which you are weak. I know there's debate on this. Some experts say forget your weaknesses, just concentrate on your strengths, but I disagree. Here's why. No matter how strong leaders are in their particular leadership style, totally overlooking the areas in which they are weak will eventually compromise their ability to lead. For instance, I'm low on managing style. Thankfully, I'm also able to delegate most of the management responsibilities at Willow. So there are about a dozen people who report to me. I have to manage those to 12 people some degree of skill. If I don't, they start working at cross purposes and end up confused and discouraged. Eventually, relationships begin to suffer. So for the good of the church, I need to take responsibility for improving my management skills regardless of my preferred leadership style. style. Another example, if you are a point person who's low on motivational style, you would serve your team members well by learning how to motivate and inspire. Why? Because they desire it? No. They deserve it? No. Because no matter how many other people pump them up in other settings, they need to recite a certain amount of attaboys and how to grow directly from you. So here again are my suggestions for matching leadership styles with organizational needs in order to lead with high impact. Identify your leadership styles. Determine if your style fits your current leadership situation. Identify the leadership style of each member on your team. Make sure each person is matched up with the right leadership you need, and determine if there are leadership gaps on your team that need to be fulfilled. Commit yourself both to developing your strong leadership styles and growing into weaker leadership styles. I urge you to act on these suggestions. When leaders are optimally positioned so their leadership strengths match perfectly with the specific needs of a church or an organization, that can have huge impact. Under their leadership, the troops can be mobilized, the mission can be achieved, and the team can move forward like never before. While I'm reluctant to mention my own leadership styles, I suspect it has become obvious by now that I love to build teams. Throughout my leadership life, I've been I've got a challenge for you that I believe will change your life. I want to challenge you to make the journey with me for the next 100 days. Let's plunge head first into the vast ocean of the Lord's unmerited favor. In the world we live in today, it's so easy to forget the Lord's unconditional love for each of us. It's so easy to forget that the Lord himself is personally interested in making you a success in every area of your life. Be it simply set aside these 100 days to just immerse and saturate yourself in the unmerited favor of God. I believe with all my heart that your life will never be the same again. Every morning as you are sitting with a warm mug of coffee in your hand, simply pick up this book. I'd like us to spend at least 15 minutes together and have an intimate chat about Jesus. I believe that these precious minutes will help you calibrate your thinking for the rest of the day. And when your mind is set on the favor of the Lord, you'll begin to experience like never before a confident expectation of good, regardless of the adversity or challenge that is thrown your way. My friend, when you begin living consciousness of God's unmerited favor, you'll savor and enjoy the beautiful plan and purposes that God's unfolding in your life. When you focus on His grace, His favor, and His love for you daily, you're putting a magnifying glass over your life and allowing Jesus' love to beam down upon you and all its radiance, beauty, and more. No matter what may be happening around you, you'll be anchored in the security of His perfect love, hidden in the cleft of the immovable rock of all ages, your loving Savior, Jesus Christ. This is an invitation to take the next 100 days as commitment to soak yourself in the unmerited favor of God. Pull yourself away from the noise, chaos, clutter, and busyness of life, and come into the refreshing water of God's favor. Take this time to simply sit at Jesus' feet and enjoy His word. You'll find stress over family commitments, people's expectations, and the future melting away. 100 days of favor is based on my book, Unmerited Favor. Each bite-sized inspirational reading includes today's scripture, today's inspirational excerpt from Unmerited Favor, today's prayer, today's thought, today's reflection on favor. Make your personal journey to the depth of God's unmerited favor a powerful and purposeful one. It's so important for you to develop a favor consciousness in everything you do, because our human tendency is to depend on our own strength to succeed. It's so easy to revert to self-effort, where we end up striving and worrying instead of depending on God's favor for success in all areas of our lives. So let's take these 100 days completely saturate and lose ourselves in the best ocean of His unmerited favor. Grace always, trusted Prince. Understand biblical meditation. My friend, an exciting journey, adventure awaits you. But before you embark on day one of your journey to discovering God's unmerited favor, there's something burning in my heart that I just have to share with you. In fact, I asked my publishers to hold back the printing of this book just so that I could add the special note to, whether I firmly believe will make your journey fruitful and not transforming. The Lord had been speaking to me in a quiet time about the importance of meditating on His word. Then something extraordinary happened during a recent trip to Israel. I was there with some of my church's key pastors and leaders, whom I affectionately refer to as my band of brothers. As we were trekking on Mount Arbel, we came across a cow resting in one of the caverns high up on the mountain. When I observed it closely, I noticed that its mouth was moving continuously. It was chewing the cud, ruminating. In other words, it had eaten some grass earlier, and was now regurgitating it, chewing it, swallowing it, then regurgitating it, chewing it, swallowing it again to get the most out of the grass. I know it's not the most baptizing pictures, but bear with me. I'm coming to something powerful. If you've been to Mount Arbel, you would know that one side of the mountain is extremely steep. As we carefully descended the precipitous slopes, our bodies were pressed against the side of the mountain at certain points, and some of the guys who were with me were afraid to look down. It is definitely not for the faint-hearted, and most tourists to Israel would not go down the mountain this way, but I love to go off the beaten trail when I'm in Israel and enjoy every facet of the land. Anyway, that cave was really high up, so I didn't know the word that cow had gotten up there. But right there, and then the Lord began to speak to me. He said that men come to church and approach His word like the other house raising at the bottom of the mountain. They simply eat and go. He said this child was chewing the cud, ruminating and taking it to absorb all the nutrients, was kept in a high place, a place of rest, security, and perfect calm. The entire experience is simply amazing. Right there, caressed by the cool winds that swept gently across Mount Arbel, the Lord is teaching me an object lesson on meditating on His word. He is showing me that when we come to receive His living word, whether in church on a Sunday or in our quiet times, He does not want us to simply graze and go. He wants us to take His word, chew on it, and savor it. He wants us to ruminate and meditate upon it. A friend, take a verse or a thought from the Lord, chew on it, until it bursts forth within you and becomes a revelation in your heart. Now, biblical meditation involves giving voice to the scripture that you are meditating on. If you're looking at the word meditate in Hebrews from Psalm 1:2 and Joshua 1:8, it is the word Hadah, which means to mutter. So when you meditate on a particular scripture, you should essentially be speaking it to yourself, speaking it over and over again. Pour over every word, and let each one feed and nourish you. Do this and you'll be lifted up, elevated to the sacred place of the Most High God, far from any form of oppression, anxiety, or fear, and close within the embrace of His mighty wings. Psalm 91. That is the power of biblical meditation. I believe with all my heart that you'll experience this rest for your soul as you meditate on the word and immerse yourself completely in the Lord's unmerited favor for you over the next 100 days. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. The power of looking to Jesus. Well, we all with unveiled faces behold His and mirror the Lord, the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as with the Spirit of the Lord. 2 Corinthians 3:18. I love to preach about looking at Jesus and being Christ occupied instead of being self-occupied. But what is the value of seeing Jesus? Keep your eyes on Jesus. Will let me sound impractical. It is the most powerful thing you can do, and Jesus will cause you to reign over every storm in your life. Father, I know that a man cannot walk on water, whether in storm or calm conditions. Likewise, whether there are problems in my life or not, I cannot reign in life without you. Apart from Him, I can do nothing. Therefore, I ask that you help me keep my eyes on Jesus, despite the many things that I have to attend to today. I thank you that as I look to Jesus for all my needs and wants in the midst of very difficult and challenge, you'll place me at the right place at the right time and provide me with every resource I need to experience good success. I can walk above my problems when I keep my eyes on Jesus and trust Him. I've got a challenge for you that I believe will change your life. I want to challenge you to make the journey with me for the next 100 days.